Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. The next time you see Detective Dick Gumshoe, just remember, someone in his life, possibly a relative, maybe his mother or an aunt, calls him Richard. Richard Gumshoe. Thanks for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm excited for tonight's stream. I see Extemporaneous once again here, bright and early, with a lurk and a random Transformers check. Impactor. I do. Hang on. Okay, he's actually accessible. Let me. Hang on. I'm gonna get him. Hang on. I'll probably wait till Vero is here to say much about him, because if Extemporaneous is lurking, Vero's probably the only one that really wants to hear stuff about him. But I do have him right here. Here is Impactor. And so, yeah, I can tell a bit more about him later if Vero wants later on. And would you rather be able to change the smell or the taste of anything you want? I would say smell. Simply because I think throughout the day you're exposed to far more smells than you are tastes. Like, it's easy enough to avoid a bad taste, you just don't eat it. I mean, it would be, I guess, a good power if you have to routinely consume bad things, but probably smells is what I would say. But thank you for lurk, Extemporaneous. Weedle says hoy, how you doing, Weedle? Queen Katie says howdy, how you doing, Queen Katie? Doc says that we back in the club, how you doing, Doc? Queen Katie said, me and Vero have been yapping about Yangtze River for the past 4 hours. I hope that means Vero's gonna be awake enough to be here. Because, like, I think it's about 5 a.m. in Vero's time zone. So I think I saw Vero posting some Transformers memes. But I hope you guys have enjoyed your Yangtze River chat. Beowulf says, hello, lonely man. How you doing, Beowulf? My voice is still very weak today, you guys. I apologize. I think we can get through the stream today. It's not like the regular Ace Attorney games where I have to do a Maya Fey voice. So I think we'll be good. But my apologies if my voice starts to sound strained. Oh, and look! There's, Milk is back over on YouTube saying, I live! Milk, have you played any of these Ace Attorney games? They're more fun visual novel games with voices and stuff. Which, by the way, everybody, I did my homework, as I mentioned last stream, to remember what Shelly DeKiller's voice is, because I did not expect him to show back up. So let's go ahead and load up our game, and we'll read some more in the chat while we're doing this. Let's see, Quick Katie said, we're a little obsessed with the game. Also, good news, knock on wood, the internet at my house is fixed. I don't know what happened, but we're good now. Congratulations, Quick Katie. Didn't it sound like it was something wrong with your router or something like that? But maybe it was something else. I am not an internetologist. And Doc says the French version of Gumshoe's name is Dick-tective. So does that make him Richard Tective? I would say so. I would think so, because, like, I would imagine even in France, Dick has got to be short for Richard, right? They wouldn't just give that name to someone who's not named Richard, would they? Magpie saying caw. I can't even do a loud caw because of my voice. How you doing, Magpie? Says I forgot there was a stream tonight. Hopefully I can still finish my adulting things today. Adulting. It's a little bit overrated. Anyway, let's play a little bit. We'll talk as more people filter in. So last time we had encountered Shelly DeKiller because we found this raincoat that the murderer had discarded. Or attempted murderer. We don't know if the guy's actually dead yet or not. I suspect he survived but is being killed elsewhere, and then that'll add like a new layer to it. We found this. It was discarded by the assassin, and there was blood on the inside, and the sleeve was inside out on one side but not the other. And Edgeworth has pieced together that must mean that the person had an injured arm that was bleeding. And so Gumshoe found a guy in the crowd with an injured arm that's bleeding. And it turns out it's Shelley DeKiller, the literal assassin from the second Ace Attorney game. But Edgeworth doesn't know it's him because he's just stupid. He has his literal logo on his shirt. He just doesn't know it's him. And so we're now using this evidence to claim that he may have been the killer. He's not going to be the killer, but he'll still be a killer, but not this killer. We'll see where this is going to go. But not quite carefully enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. See, that was the voice. I looked it up. Thank you again, Doc, for helping find the VOD where the last time this guy appeared 2 years ago in this channel. The coat does not belong to me. Have we checked the tag to see if there's like a name on it? Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? I mean, technically, we could do a DNA test. Oh, and somebody had mentioned last time his monocle's connected to his ear. You're right. It's like a piercing. I mean, that's cool. If it falls off, he won't drop it. That's neat. Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. Oh, and Milk over on YouTube is saying, I've been wanting to try this game, actually. I gotta go. Just drop by to say hi. Good luck on the stream, man. Thank you, Milk. I hope you enjoyed the game when you played. Hopefully we can see you again another time. Have a great rest of your day. Quicky said, but yeah, I was rewatching my Yangtze finale case and chit-chatting with Vero the last few hours while waiting for this stream. Vero is fun to chit-chat with. I'm glad that the two of you were able to bond over Yangtze River. Magpie says, Logan, your voice sounds a little different today, I think. It's not well. It is not well at all. I tried resting it today, and I think I rested it too much that, like, by not using it enough, I think it's almost, like, seized up in a weird way. So it's not good. But this upcoming week, Tuesday stream is going to be canceled because I have an improv thing that night. So hopefully that'll give me enough days to rest it. Hopefully it'll be back to normal-ish by Thursday. But I apologize for that, Magpie. Dot says, I'm incredibly picky with food, so I'd have to pick taste. You see, for me, I just always think about there is, where I live along the freeway, if you go up north, excuse me, there's a refinery that you pass that smells like rotten eggs. It's a sulfur smell. And a little further south of that, there's, I don't know what it is, like a paper mill or something like that smells disgusting off the freeway. And I'm always having to like switch over to inside circulated air. If I could just change those smells, make them smell like Pez candy, that would be amazing. Quick said, oh yeah, I forgot. Puzzle is another time zone. I hope I didn't wake him back up. I literally had just started the conversation with, what if Logan used this voice for this character? Then we went on a yap-a-thon. What was the voice, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know if you're able to describe it in writing, but I'd love to hear. I should play some game. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we've already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now, I can prove that person was you, with this decisive piece of evidence. Oh! His ice cream is sweating. Like, he doesn't show any emotion, but his ice cream sweats. I mean, it melts. That would be awful. Imagine if every time you sweat, like, your skin was, like, it wasn't liquid coming out of your pores, but your skin was melting. I feel like I wouldn't want to sweat if that was the case. Oh. You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. I suppose it's possible that Shelley DeKiller might be the assassin and that somebody else hired him, but that'd be too easy, right? What? Oh, he's fine. He's sweating again. Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you. You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit that you are the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zhang Fa. Okay, so actually, I was thinking about this. we still don't know why there's that other bullet that went through the inflatable steel samurai, right? What if Shelly the Killer was there to kill somebody? He is the guy in the red hoodie with the laser sight, but that he wasn't trying to kill the president, that he was trying to shoot the assassin. Like, he was hired to kill the assassin, and the assassin was over somewhere else behind the balloon. Maybe. Because there were 2 gunshots, remember, and I think, like, the first one didn't hit the president. I think that, what's her name? Tabby Lloyd had said that the first gunshot went off, and then the guy was like, surprised. And then there was a dot on his head, and then he got shot like somewhere else. And so what if the first shot was Shelly the Killer going, oh, there's the assassin, he's my target. Pew, pew, pew. And then that I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a possibility. Let's see, Doc says, Logan, what do you mean? That's not the killer. That's John Doe. Clearly, he says his name is John Doe. And why would anyone, especially like an assassin, lie about their name? Unthinkable. Cookie said, nice job. To be fair, Vero was the one who dragged me into the Yangtze rabbit hole, and now I get to do the same to you by gifting that game to you. I'm looking forward to it. I like being dragged into fun rabbit holes. Generally speaking, you know what? Actually, no. I was about to make a joke, say something slightly suggestive about how fun it is to go into holes. But you guys would turn that into a quote. I shouldn't do that. I should be more careful with my words. It means that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zangfa. Oh, I am not your assassin. I'm carefully choosing my words, I am. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. Oh. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. He confessed! Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now. Say the word and I'll kick him in the crotch. Say the word, I'll snap his neck. I will rip his head off. We'll toss his body into the lake. And no one else has to know about this, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I would do anything for you if you just say the word. But I did not shoot at the president. I shot at someone else. See, this is what's going to be. He shot at the other guy who is the one who shot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. As far as I am aware, that is not a crime. I mean, probably bringing a gun to an address by a diplomat, a foreign dignitary, if they say don't, is probably a crime. I think, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, Mercury says hi. I joined back. Hi, Mercury. It's good to see you. How are you doing? How has your week been? Doc said with a little wave. Magpie says, aw, I never blame you for your voice acting up, Logan. Hope it's feeling properly rested and warms up soon. I hope so too. Unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow, and that requires a lot of talking. And then I do have that improv show on Tuesday. That requires a lot of talking. But Wednesday, I think I have off. Yes, we'll see if that works. Beowulf says, time to triangulate a refinery and paper mill near the freeway. I don't know if it's actually a paper mill. I just know it smells disgusting. And I tried to talk to my mom once, saying, oh, it smells so bad. And she's like, let me tell you about the worst thing I ever smelled. It was a paper mill. And so I just, the back of my head are like, maybe it's a paper mill. But I can tell you exactly where that is, Beowulf. It's a section of I-15 in the Salt Lake Valley of Utah. The paper mill smell, for whatever it is between the 39th South, there's like an overpass for that road, and the freeway goes under it. Between that and the 45th South exit, there's a stretch of freeway there that smells awful. The refinery is when you're heading up north into Davis County, up toward Bountiful and Centerville area. So there you go. It doesn't matter. You can't triangulate from 2 points. You need 3 points for a triangle. That's geometry. There's deposition part 2. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. What was that? Oh, Nora, thank you for the raid. Nora, oh, party of 4. You're having a big stream. Okay, hang on. I don't think we have any mods here yet. So let me do a shout out for Nora. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you playing? Let's see. It was, Persona 4. Oh.
She used to be a gang member.
She looks too nice to be a gang member.
This perfect girl used to be a gang member. Honestly, that's pretty cool. She's literally Mitsuru.
No, chat. Chat, no. Being in gangs is not cool. Chat, don't join gangs. Pearl Faye, when she joined a gang, that was a cautionary tale. What?
Why did the deers look like that?
I love that the deer. Wait, and then it cuts out right at the end. You see what's her name? Nokatan just hanging from the telephone pole like a victim in Persona 4. Did you guys see that? That was amazing. Nora, how was your stream? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. I should read a couple of comments in chat because I'm already getting a little bit behind. Quick said there's an assistant character in the game, and I was thinking the K/Albi voice for them. In Yangtze River. Maybe. I need to meet all those characters myself for the first time. Quick said, and then Vero said, there's a character that you probably will give the Mitsuru voice. And I said, once you get to know them, it's a Yukari one. I like the Yukari voice, huh?
This is why Noko-tan is peak. Is your voice okay?
No, it's not.
Boo.
I gotta say that quietly. Because here's the thing, like I was trying to tell everybody else before you guys got here, and thank you very much for the 10 bits, by the way. I think I overcorrected today on letting my voice rest up. I just did not speak at all. And so I don't think my voice had time to warm up for the stream. And so I started talking, and I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. It's like everything is just like seized up and it's not good. Hopefully it'll get better as the stream goes on, but we shall see. It might get worse. I might start spewing blood out of my mouth as I talk, but that'd be cool. That'd be clippable. Maybe that could go viral. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Let's read 1 or 2 more comments. Quick said, and that's about it so far. Well, okay, so I'll try to keep that in mind. So the K voice, the Mitsuru voice, and the Yukari voice. I still think of the Yukari voice as, was Penny Nichols the first we gave that to? Oh, no, Chiaki was the first. Doc says, assassin hired to kill the murderer. Call that Hunter. I think I saw a thing about like that there's going to be some news about a possible new Hunter x Hunter animated content. I don't know if it was just a rumor. I don't know if it's going to be like a movie or what. I would hope for a new like season of the anime. Quick said, an assassin killing an assassin. That'd be something. It's like that one meme, where someone has a gun on someone who has a gun, someone has a gun, and someone has a sniper on someone. Yeah, isn't there one where it's like it's in a church? You see someone sitting in front, there's someone a few pews back, and then the next image is like someone up in the rafters or like the balcony pointing down at them. I like it. Oh, and Queen Katie is code 235 orgy mode. Why? Queen Katie, why did you want to remember orgy mode? Oh, Queen Katie says, wrong one, wrong quote. My voice sounds bad. Let's play some more. Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth? As if your story stinks. Oh. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin. And they're wearing a red raincoat. Okay, so at least we don't have to present this, because I was going to say this would be the obvious evidence to show him the red raincoat, show him with the laser sight and all that. Huh?
You don't have to force yourself to stream. We just want you to feel better.
But I want to hang out with you guys, so I am making this choice at the expense of my own health. Huh?
Oh my God, Logan, you sound horrible. Are you okay?
No. Do I really sound that bad that it's horrible? I know that I sound different. Well, we'll go for a little bit. We'll see. Like I said, I think it's because I'm not warmed up. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm not, tell you what, if I am not warmed back up in the next 3 hours, we'll end stream. Deal? But thank you very much, both Oak and Vero for the bits. And Vero, now that you're here, I can complete extemporaneous, did the random Transformers check for the day. It was a character named Impactor. And I have him right here. He's originally a comics-only character appearing in the UK Marvel Comics. He was the first leader of the Records. He existed just to get killed off. but then he came back as a zombie and died again. And he's appeared several times in the comics since. He's become kind of a cult following character. And so they finally made an action figure with 4 variants. This is the variant that looks like his original Marvel Comics version that I've got here. So I like that one. Unfortunately, his last appearance was in the Marvel Netflix series where they decided to make him a Decepticon because in the IDW comics, he used to know Megatron. So they thought, it makes sense. Maybe he was a former Decepticon. But then they killed him off before he became an Autobot. I hate that. It was such a disservice to his character. I'm going to stop talking about that because that'll probably chase away other lurkers. But Vero, I hope you appreciated the mini info dump about Impactor. Let's play a little bit more until we get some background music, and then I'll read some more in the chat. And hopefully my hoarse voice. Hey, I just realized it was appropriate that the other night with mouth washing, I had a hoarse voice. Because the horse theme is a horse voice. Ha ba 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 ba. Look, it's right there, plain as day, the assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Oh, he's going to claim... Okay, to be fair, it is possible that there are multiple people with red raincoats, and we just found the wrong one. That is possible. That is something I had not considered. Oh, come on! Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then, why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? It could be the fact that Shelley the Killer shows no emotions. That might be a thing. Doe's Deposition Part 2. Okay, let's go ahead and save our game, because we need to remember to do that periodically. We'll stagger our saves. I didn't see anything immediately jumping out as contradictory in his testimony, so we'll probably need to press every statement. See if we can figure out what the lie is. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. And please let me know if my voice starts to sound better, or if you do start to see blood spittle or trickling out the corner of my mouth or something like that. Doc says, we're going to find out there was a third person with a laser sight on the killer. Wouldn't it be great if every single person in the crowd was there to kill somebody else and it was just like a chain reaction? Oh, that would have been an amazing domino effect. Quickity said, don't tell Oak. Wait, Quickity, what, don't... Oh, I'm not supposed to tell Oak that you did the wrong quote, that you accidentally did the orgy mode quote. Okay, I won't tell Oak that you accidentally did the orgy mode quote instead of the, I assume that was supposed to be the mouth hole quote. I won't tell Oak. Quickity said I was trying to pull their favorite one and got the wrong number. And Quickity is 325 said, did you see the way that I cowardly ran past those giant human bird people? I mean, that takes bravery and skill and determination or something like that. Quickity said, nope, not it. I don't know how to remember it. There is Nora with a Nora raid. We will stab you. Doc says, Shelly Delce. Oh, hang on. I'll...
Your voice isn't bad at speaking. We are just worried about your health.
Oh.
Please feel better.
Oh.
Frown.
Well, don't worry about my health.
Will do.
Ah. I can't do a loud scream right now, though. But thank you for the 10 bits. Don't worry about my health, because that only affects my, like, life. And that doesn't matter. So, as long as it's entertaining, that's what matters. But thank you. I do appreciate the concern and everything like that. If it starts to really hurt, I will end stream early. I promise. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Doc was saying, Shelly, am I saying it right? Dulce Cream Sella? Or are you saying, D ice cream cell? D ice cream cell. I thought that was an L, not a capital I. I thought it was like, because isn't that thing like dulce? Like, as I've heard before, dulce de leche, which I think leche means milk? I know my brother really likes that. I think it's like when you put cake in milk? I don't know things. I'm not cultured enough. Yes, Shelly, that's what he should do. You know what he should, yes. Instead of calling himself John Doe wherever he goes, he should call him Shelly Duh, and then it's just whatever occupation is that he is pretending to be. And that should be his gimmick. Oh, I wish that's what was happening. See, Oak says, Nora raid, we will stab you. Atlantic says, Nora raid, we will stab you. Doc waves. Oak says, hi. Nora says, hey, losers. And then says, Koshi-tan. Was that the girl with the blonde hair? I still haven't seen much of Noko-tan. Quickity says, hey, Nora. Oak said, being gang member is cool. Is not cool. Nora says, yes. Babel says, objection. We do have a triangle. We know where you work. Yes, but what is that triangle? What does that give you? Where does that triangle lead? What's at the center of that triangle, Beowulf? What is there? Nora said, I love you, Noko-tan. Quickity said, hey, Oak, I tried to pull up your favorite quote, but I got it so wrong. No, Quickity, you're not supposed to tell Oak. You're not supposed to tell Oak. That's on you. I didn't tell Oak, you did. I'm sorry. I am no simple assassin. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller.
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. I mean, he's got skills to make that ice cream cone. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. Okay, here's the problem. Edgeworth could ask some deep question about ice cream. But unless Edgeworth knows about ice cream, Shelly DeKilla could pull any answer he wants out of his butt and Edgeworth would be like, oh, that sounds right. He was rather confident saying that. I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the, most important thing about making ice cream is, of course. Mr. Edgeworth. Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. And what does the virtue have to do with anything? Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you will ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that now you see I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller. I do like Shelly DeKilla. He is a murderous man, but he's fun. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people wearing a jacket of some kind. Also, if he says he has like a bad arm, maybe he didn't want his other hand to be taken up by the umbrella. And maybe it was hard for him to wear it, like that cast looks like it covers up the entire hand. And so if he had an umbrella, he wouldn't be able to hold his ice cream. Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve after all. See? Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. Oh, it's been an eventful day, after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Zangfar was shot at. I was surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. Let me read some more in the chat. Let's see. Oak said to Queen Katie, what did you do? Atlantic said the reaction stream. That reaction stream was something. Oh, the Nokatan reaction stream. Nora said, bro screamed in lowercase. Queen Katie said, I pulled quote 235 and it was not a fun one. Nora said, all the reaction streams were something. Nora the question mark. Atlantic said, we need them back. Oak says, quote 235, 235T, orgy mode. Oak says, oh. Nora says, in Nanako's voice, signs of love overshadows my dream, baby. Don't worry, cause you ain't alone. And then Nora said, maybe might do watch parties. And there's Vero says, oh crap, stream. Did it scare you? Vero, it's good to have you here. Now, Vero, Queen Katie claims that she kept you up very late. Or I guess up early. For like the last 4 hours. Are you well rested? Are you able to hang out and be here? I was surprised as anyone when these bodyguards sprang into action as the shots rang out.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least the one on the left did. Ooh. Suspicious Rook. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. Once Rukov gets here, we need to tell him that the Rook in this game is sus, huh?
Yeah, I slept at 9 p.m. like an old man.
Okay, good, because I'd even if you're old man Vero, we still love having old man Vero here. I just want to make sure that you're well rested to be functional. That's what's most important. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate it. I am blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. Let's cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Oh, so that's what we're gonna say. Is that this is where that other shot probably was. Or where his shot, or whatever. That's where the balloon was. And so if he sprang into action first, he shouldn't have been the one looking over there if his eyes were supposed to be over here. Maybe? I think the names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was Rook. That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. Okay, so the question is Bastion part of a pun? Or is that's a fancy sounding name? Just nice. Bastion Rook. Maybe he's like the last bastion of defense or something like that. I don't know. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. Quickie said, hey, Vero. Vera says, I forgot. Nora says, puzzler. Vera says, hey, y'all. Quickie says, I was just telling Logan about how we yapped about Yangtze River the past hour. I believe you said 4 hours, or did I misunderstand that? Did you say it was 4 an hour or 4 hours? I can't remember. Oak says, Vero. Vera said, I just walked in. Bill says, Vero, he doxed himself. I doxed Interstate 15, I-15 in Utah. Now, y'all know there's the I-15 freeway in Utah. I'm so sorry, I-15 and all of its drivers. Oak with a question mark. North says, huh? Queen Katie with a hydrate command. Thank you very much, Queen Katie. I will hydrate right now, and then we'll play a little bit more. All right. That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from the laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind. As you wish. So this is probably what we're going to present evidence for. Let's still press this and the following statement just to be sure that we're not missing anything else. And then we'll figure out what we're going to present as evidence here. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook was especially quick to respond. Maybe we'll be able to like check the other picture that Kay took of the bodyguards and see that he was like not paying attention or something like that. So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. By the smallest fraction, yes. He reacted admirably, swiftly. Oh, there's a pin message! Logan, would you like to tell me the name fact for Rook, or wait till we see him? This is a, hang on, it just popped up here. This is a pin question, please. Well, we have already seen a picture of him. So unless there's like an additional picture of him that's going to give us more information, because he had like a flat top like that, which I assume was supposed to be shaped kind of like a castle tower. Because like a rook in chess is squared off like that. You know, I mean, it has like the little up and down notches, but it's very square. Whereas the other guy had like hair buzzed on the side and a mane and a long chin that almost looked like a horse's nose. And so he looks like a knight. And that's why their names are Rook and Knight. So, but if you have if there's something additional information we get from a different look at him, then wait till that. If we've got it all from that, go for it. Because I'm drawing a blank on Bastion. Like I said, maybe, I don't know. Because isn't Bastion... People say the last bastion of defense. So maybe that has something to do with like castles or things like that, apparently. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Pin message. Written by King John. Hi, King John. I didn't see you come in yet. Pinned by Vera saying it's a chess reference. He's based on the rook, which is a really effective piece, as it is the second most powerful alongside the bishop. Those two are behind the queen, who is the most powerful. And a knight, like the other guy, is the only piece that can like hop over things. So that's nice. I like chess. Thank you very much for the little factoid there. Okay, let's go. Hang on, there's a bit more. Written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said Rook's Japanese name, Gai Tojiro, contains a kanji for castle, which is a reference to the Rook chess piece. Now, are we talking like, now in Japanese, are they actually well, I guess they would be, because they're doing chess in his head. I just know a lot of the time in anime and stuff, they'll have stuff where it's like, they're playing shogi, but they call them all just like chess piece names or something like that. Additional pin message here written by Queen Katie saying his English surname refers to the rook chess piece, while his given name is based on the word bastion, meaning a fortification with which benefits both a castle and a bodyguard. So I was right. I didn't like have quite the technical definition of bastion. But it was that, like I said, last bastion of hope, people will say. So it's like, you know, last line of defense. So that's what it is, like a fortification. Oh, it is unofficial English. Thank you, Queen Katie. I cannot scream to express my surprise at things because of my voice. But thank you, Nora. Nora did that. Thank you, Nora, for the Tomcat. I'm sorry, did I say the wrong name? Thank you, Nora, for the Tomcat. I am reading. But yeah, because we got to get, I forgot, we got to get all the unofficial, like the fan names and compare. So I'll be able to decide personally which I prefer, Bastion, Rook, or this. It says his name in the unofficial English fan translation patch is once again a reference to the Rook chess piece and the meaning of his original Japanese name. His first name is Ethan, means strong and safe, which benefits a castle and a bodyguard. Also, his last name is the same as official, but with an E at the end as Rook with an E. Okay, I like the flourish of the E at the end, but I think I do prefer Bastion, because Bastion is a real name. I've heard it separate as well as Sebastian, and Bastion I do think sound, because like, I think most people like wouldn't check to see what Ethan means. I would. It's just like, it's just a normal name. Ethan. I don't know what normal names sound like, but Bastion, then it sounds like, I gotta look this one up. So I think I prefer the first name of the official and last name of the fan. Translation, if that makes sense. So, and you all are free to disagree, but that's where I'm feeling on that one. All right, let's read one or two more comments. We'll play a little bit more here. Vera says to Beowulf again. Already, I feel like my voice is already starting to feel a bit better. Maybe I just needed a half hour of talking to warm it up. Quickly said next 3 hours. You mean the whole stream? Why, sometimes the streams go longer. Oak said, what did he do, bro? Nora said, Beo, elaborate. I just mentioned places along the freeway that smell bad. That's all. Doc said, Mr. Robo, please think of your well-being. I do think of it, and then I disregard it. It's not good. Vera says, poor guy, laughing. Nora says, hey, chat. I just realized I never pressed end stream. It's happened to all of us before. It's happened to all of us. Okay, let's play a little bit more here. Boy, the smallest fraction. Yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? It appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. He's good. He didn't even flinch. And last statement of press, and we'll go back. That'll obviously, the previous one will be the one we'll present evidence. We'll figure out what it's going to be. I assume it's going to be the other picture that Kay took. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. So, you yourself didn't start running and screaming? I was hardly in a position to. Oh yeah? And what position were you in? One of extreme pain. Somebody bumped right into my wounded arm. Hard. It was excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. Yeah, well, they clearly did it. Of course they didn't, Kay. In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that, and yet, wow, what was that? Oh, Batman on! Just gifted a sub to Nora! Thank you so much, Batman on! Sorry, I can't, like, I get excited and my voice wants to go into a higher register and my throat is like, no, don't do that. So I'm having to, like, temper my excitement. But thank you so much, Batman on. That is so nice of you. I really appreciate that. I assume because Batman on, like, gifts a lot of subs all at once, that a lot of people's subs are starting to expire and are in danger of losing access to the Hey Hey channel. So thank you very much, Batman on. Once again, you are the hero that Gotham and this channel needs and deserves. Also, by the way, I just glanced at myself in the camera and I've noticed something. I feel like if I was a full-time streamer, and if I was a streamer that used a VTuber avatar and didn't have to appear on camera, I think I've realized something. Because over the past 2 days, like I have not shaved. I have not, what else? I feel like if I didn't have to be seen professionally, I would just like let a beard and hair and fingernails grow out and I would turn into like just a creepy, disgusting, weird little gremlin in the corner. Because it's so nice to not have to shave and not have to like cut your hair and things like that. I don't know why that popped in my mind. I just thought y'all needed to know, but thank you again, Batman on, for gifting that sub to Nora. Let's play a little bit more here, then I'll get back to the chat. We have photographic proof of that, and yet Mr. John Doe here swears it wasn't him. Yeah, guy's lying through his teeth, I tell ya. No one gets away with disrespect to Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Not on my watch, nor on my other wrist, which doesn't have a watch. Calm down, detective. We will get the truth out of him by catching him in a lie. Yeah, so let's keep at him. He'll let something slip soon enough. I am no. Okay, so there we go. So we got back to this. So we go to statement number 4, I believe it was. Right here, bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook was it. We're gonna save before we try and figure out the evidence because we're shameless save scummers that scum our saves. Save. And let's review what our evidence is. So we're gonna be presenting on this statement. So I'm guessing it's Kay's photograph. So let's take a closer look at these. The picture where we see the bodyguards. Okay, he does seem attentive. What about this one? I mean, he's, once again, attentive. What?
That is not Batman, but instead Oakdy Well. My impersonation was a success. Hey, beef.
Is that where it ends? It just trails off. Beef. But thank you very much, Oak, for the beef long at TTS. I forgot that you said that you'll sometimes gift a sub anonymously just to see if you can impersonate Batman on. So thank you, Oak, for gifting that sub to Nora. Nora, I hope you make sure that you thank Oak appreciatively as well. Thank you, Oak. That was very nice. Oh, over in Utah, Ari just popped in saying, hey, Logan, managed to beat Turnabout Succession in like 3 days. I loved it. Okay, Turnabout Succession. That was the one we talked about last time. Oh, crap. So what's the next case? Which is the next case after that? I'm trying to remember. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Said, how's it going? It's going well for everything except my voice. So yeah, about to be expected. How are you doing, Ari? Let's see. Beowulf says, we have 3 points of reference for where he lives near, one of which is his work. Veer said, I appreciate it. Thank you. Haven't met him yet, I think. Quickita said, by the way, just, can I just say I love the artists for the cutscene stuff in this game. I feel like they're familiar. Imagine they also helped with the 3DS games and stuff. Like the animated hand-drawn cutscenes? Or do you mean in Yangtze or in this? I'm not sure. Huh?
That's the last case of Apollo Justice.
Oh, so that's the final Apollo. Oh! So you beat Apollo Justice, Ari. So that's the whole one. Oh my goodness. That was the one with the, crap, what was it called? The something system, because they had the jurist system, but then they had the weird computer thing where you're going back and forth between the future and the past, and oh, it was so confusing. Oh, wow. So good on you for that. Oh, also, I just noticed Grimlock tipped over. I had him like that. I was hoping Veer would see, because he's got his arms splayed out. But I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Ari. So are you going to move on to Dual Destinies next? Or are you going to take a break and play something else? But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. Let me have another sip of water. We'll figure out what piece of evidence we're going to present. I'll read some more in the comments. So as I said, Rook looked pretty attentive here. So that doesn't seem to go against what he was saying about that he sprung into action first. The other thing it could be is, as I said, the diagram had the note here that was saying, less cover for Lakeside now, eyes on this area, which Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort the president play in case of an emergency. So that would mean that Rook was probably originally supposed to be over here, right? Which is not contradictory to what he said. But when you say eyes on this area, we don't know if that necessarily means like away from... And we know who might be in the audience. That might be referring to Shelly the Killer. Let's take a look at all the other pieces of evidence. Once again, the bodyguard on the left, Bastion... Yeah, because he's on the left. He's on our left. Bastion Rook was especially quick to respond. Okay, so once again, President Zhang Fa. This was just for the stupid thing. He does not have a laser pointer dot on his head. Started floating to the right of the lakeside stage, but has since been popped. Okay, and that just has the bullet hole there. The recording the president's speech. 2 gunshots can be heard. Let's review the dialogue here. Maybe it'll say, honored friends and allies, here to deliver a message. President passionately addresses the assembled crowd as if trying to shake off the reports of his declined popularity by sheer force of will. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? Oh, high-pitched, gentlemen. Yes, the president wants to thank us personally. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yadagrasu situation behind him. The president thrusts his fist in the air as he excitement reaches fever pitch. We shall crush the wicked with righteous hammer of justice. Gun. Bang, bang. So that has nothing about which guy went first. Extrapolations from both trajectories suggest 2 shots were fired from the left side of the spectator area. Okay. Revolver. And the next thing was just the raincoat. We already saved. All I can think is that it's either one of the photos, but nothing there seems bad, or this. So let's try the security plan. Let's try and present. Tea time? I pressed. Hey, we got it. Oh, no. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. Oh, it's going to be that he knew that his name was Rook, even though they were swapped due to Knight's injury, and only someone who had access to that classified information would know that. So even if he knew the bodyguards, unless he like I something like that. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? Oh, you jest, surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it? Well, how do you know Bastion? We only knew those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Oh! Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. I do hate it when people get caught by offering more information than they need. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat here. Let's see. Nora says, oh, an oak with quote 253. Nora with the lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Nora. I hope you saw that you got gifted a sub. Quickly said, it'll be a giggle fest, I guess, when you finally see him. And it's like, oh, that poor guy. Logan that implies that Payne was also there to kill someone. Please pin. He was there to kill Phoenix Wright. He and his brother Gaspin just want to kill Phoenix. Phoenix was also in the crowd. Phoenix was there to kill Maya to stop her from getting in trouble. Maya was there just to kill anybody, just to watch a man die, because she's a murderer. Cricket said, that's the guy. I knew I was close. Oak said, we care about you, Logan. We do genuinely care about your health. And I do appreciate that. And I will, if it starts to get really painful, I will take some rest. I'm just weighing the pros and cons. I'm like, I want to hang out with you guys, huh?
And that's why you guys should ask for your lawyer to be present when the police try to question you.
Okay, yes, this whole thing, this is all people completely ignoring their Miranda rights to remain silent. And the fact that everybody always tells you, even if you're innocent, always have your lawyer present. Don't have an opposing lawyer present. Like, it has to be your lawyer. Edgeworth doesn't count just because he's a lawyer. He's a bad guy lawyer. Bad guy to you, but good guy to us. But thank you very much, Vero. So yes, everybody remember that. Over on YouTube, Ari says, I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Most likely going to finish the mainline games, then hopefully start replaying P5R. Every time I try to play it, I just get overwhelmed with the sheer length, but it's an amazing game. Well, that was the thing that discouraged me from playing it for the longest time. Then eventually it's like, screw it, I want to play it. Let's just resign myself to the fact that I'm going to be playing this game for almost a year. And it was. I started February 2nd and finished on November 9th, was it? Something like that? And Ari says, I have quite a few games on my replay list, but I want to focus on finishing up AA for starters. Lols. I feel like I don't have very many games on my replay list. I have too many that I just want to play for the first time. Oak says, leche is milk. So what's the dulce then? Is that just cake? Cricket says, you're a cool, silly loser. I don't want your voice to die anytime soon. I don't want it to, but it might. Cricket said, oh, so Shelly DeScoop? So would that be an ice cream person or a reporter, though? Doc says, Shelly DeCreamer. Maybe not actually. That could be like a coffee shop guy, because he puts creamer in the coffee. Oak says, Lurk, making brownies. Thank you for the Lurk, Oak. See you when you get back. Please bring enough brownies for everybody. Doc says, wow, it seems like Edgeworth needs to have a fun day out and learn the magic of ice cream. He needs to have more fun in general, I think. So I agree with you, Doc. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. What?
I won't leave enough brownies for everybody greater than.
Well, how many brownies? Tell us how many brownies you're gonna leave, and then we'll see how many people are here, and we'll figure out how many pieces we need to cut those brownies up into to make sure everybody... It'll be like a fun word problem in math. Don't you love math? Don't all of you love math as much as I do? We'll do math. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. I appreciate that. Well, how I?
Shelly de Sorbet.
Shelly de Sorbet. And then he could be for one of those like fancy gelato shops or something like that. What is the difference between sorbet and sherbet? I think we've talked about that before. I think like 3 years ago, I may have asked that question. And somebody probably answered it, but I think I've forgotten. But thank you very much, Vero, for the 10 bits. We need just a big long list of names. What they need to be, though, is all the names, again, they need to start with Shelly, but for some reason in their universe, nobody catches on to the fact they all start with Shelly. It's like the fact that it's like Doofenshmirtz in Phineas and Ferb. He can be looking at that platypus, see the hat lower down onto it, and still be surprised that it's Perry the platypus, and then as soon as the hat's gone, it's like, that's a platypus. And it's gonna be the same thing. It's like, that's just a guy named Shelly. What is Shelly the killer? And as soon as the monocle goes on, maybe. How about that? Let's play a little bit more. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Oh, seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how'd you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. I did not say Bastion Rook. I said crap. I said a word that Logan cannot say because it's a word for illegitimate child. Oh, I am done in by his virgin tongue. Another lie! He is the assassin, just like we said. Oh, the ice cream is steaming. It's angry. The little loop from the thing is now an angry eyebrow. Come now, miss. It's a little too soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes. And the reason for that is I went to an orgy with them. One that you are only allowed to know people by first name for anonymity. And I recognized him from the audience. Well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted, huh?
It's his distant cousin or not?
Wait. Are we saying Bastion Rook is his distant cousin or that all the Shelleys are distant cousins? If it's his distant cousin, he should not have gone to that orgy with him. That is not an appropriate family activity. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though, because I am already behind. Queen Katie says, something I like, I wonder if one reason why they made Shelly an ice cream salesman is because his logo could technically look like a very spiky ice cream cone with scoops on it. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but that's possible. I think, if I had to guess, I think they probably just thought of, like, what is a type of person would have a reason to have a little stand set up by Gordy Lake? And it could be selling ice cream, selling takoyaki, selling something like that. I bet there's probably concept art they made of, like, different types of food or treats that they could hold and what could, like, be made to look like his face, and they probably just picked the ice cream cone. That's my guess. Oh, pin message written by Queen Katie said, I would have said that he went to Rook's wedding, but objected to said wedding. How come when we went to that wedding in the last game, we should have shouted objection? We should have. I think the judge asked for objections, but you only get that chance like a couple times, right? But thank you very much for the pin message. I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his name, is a name I could never forget. Hey, you think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. Ah! That hurt. That hurt my throat. Oh, and then over on YouTube, Nora is saying, Logan, don't strain yourself. Oh, and a new person. Hidden Hand says, hello. I feel like it's so ominous because, like, if you guys look on YouTube, this Hidden Hand person, like, the icon is just, it's a hand. Just like that. But you know that can't be the hand in the username because that hand isn't hidden. So you know that there's another hand out there somewhere. Sorry, am I reading too much into your username? You might have already come and gone and left. Oh, well, what? Oh, who? Oh, Gallop! Rated with a party one, Vera. Would you be so kind as to do a shout out for Gallop while I have some water? Thank you very much.
Depression. 10 fucking
So
years.
you had to basically make with whatever you could conjure.
What game is
not
this?
Conjure, but make.
Yeah.
Like if you had bread and mayonnaise, you ate mayonnaise on bread.
I don't think you need magic powers to make mayonnaise on bread if you have mayonnaise and bread.
About a couple of hours ago, I just put mayonnaise on bread and I just ate it.
See that? That's what Gallup just said. You just do it. You just put it on. That's all you gotta do. That doesn't require magic. Yes, Gallup, you understand condiments. Thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Okay, what was I doing before that objection? Was I playing the game or was I reading chat? I don't even remember. I see in the chat, Weedle says, by the way, Logan, don't give us details if I try... Wait. By the way, Logan, don't give us details. If I tried hard enough, I could probably narrow your location to 25 miles. Yes, you probably could. But I feel like until you've narrowed it down to like 10 square miles, I'm not that worried. There's a lot of people living within those 25 mile... Is it 25 mile radius or 25 square miles? Either way, I'm not worried too much. Especially since Weedle, I'm gonna be honest, you and Beowulf could probably very easily find me. Not at home, but you could probably very easily find me. Quickita said, don't worry, Logan. It was the last 4 hours. That was when I sent Vero the first message. Then 3 hours later, they replied, and we had our hour-long Yap Fest. Okay, so you weren't keeping Vero awake for 4 hours. Oh, okay. Vero said, a not sinister Yap Fest, I mind you. Well, I didn't think it was sinister before, but now I kind of do. Queen Katie says, yeah. And Oak says, who up beefing their longa? I think that was Oak who beefed the longa. Let's play some game. I am not lying. I am, as I always have been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please. You are more than welcome to ask him, although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But I suppose you are able to speak with him, but suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that I'm acquainted. I mean, just suppose that happens. How will that help you prove I am the shooter? Well, it would prove that you shouldn't know that his name was Bastion. But I don't know if it necessarily matters too much because he just said that he's in helping him. But I think it said Knight was the one who'd be in charge of getting the president's safety. But then again, Rook might be in there too. I don't know. If you weren't the shooter, then why take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe now, or would you rather I'd let it fester? Oh, is he actually going to worm his way out of this? Oh, is that the end? So we failed. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man! If Payne wants us to do it, then we know it's bad. Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Vera said, that's his name here? Wait, whose name? King John says, I have to ask Logan, what would it take for you to play Pikmin 4 again in the future? Well, I think it might... What the... Huh?
The man? Where?
What? Where? Huh? Phoenix? Phoenix right? Is Phoenix right here? Hi? I don't see him. Or are we talking about Winston Payne? Winston Payne, the man. Thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. And King John, I don't think it's physically possible for me to play Pikmin 4 again because I have never in my life played Pikmin 4. Well, I guess maybe if I played it once, then I'd be able to later play it again. But I don't own it, nor have I ever played it, so I don't think that is presently possible. I am sorry to say. Quickita said, Logan, would you like me to tell you the name fact? Oh, that was pinned earlier. King John said, or if you haven't before. Okay, well, it would be tough because I don't own it. But if I somehow obtained it, that'd certainly be possible. Nora with the Unlurk, thank you for the Unlurk, Nora. Welcome back. Nora said, today we got to a couple of scenes where Rise really lives up to her name, Rizzy Kujikawa. I don't think she's a Rizzler. But she is way too down bad for protagonist. King John says, oh, that was pinned earlier. Vero said, moves to PC because of this. And Queen Katie says, thank you, Vero. King John says, can someone pin that message? And Vero salutes. I see, over on YouTube, Nora is saying, do not strain yourself. Rest if you need. I will, eventually. Shh, Jack, don't tell Nora. I am not gonna rest. And Vera says, here to see if the famous Hidden Hand, my favorite celeb. Hidden Hand says, Pain! We still need more evidence. I know, see? Even the Hidden Hand knows that, Winston Payne. Huh. All right, let's play a little bit more. And thank you for being here, Hidden Hand. Are you a fan of Ace Attorney? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do. Shocking scenes here as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice. So, it seems the court of public opinion has spoken very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What you know? What's his angle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. Is Magpie here this time? Because now I could say that was Jason Todd. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. I ran up and said, hey, we're twinsies. He did not reciprocate, as did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. Are you, okay, is he telling the truth here? Are you telling me it's gonna be a sheer coincidence that a literal assassin was here making ice cream? He's claiming there was another red-hooded person. Preposterous. Okay, I hope he's lying about that. I still don't think he's the killer. I mean, he is the killer. The killer, but he's not the killer. But I think he's lying just to get suspicion off of him. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself, and so naturally I removed my raincoat. So, not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. He was standing next to Winston Payne. Are we gonna find out in this game that Winston Payne is a murderer? And that's why they switched to Gaspin Payne in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice? Wouldn't that be a twist? And that might be why he's so eager to say, just arrest him. Is Winston Payne gonna be a murderer? Or an accomplice of a murderer? Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there. Me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I am sure. Yeah, there he is. You see, right there in front of the person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying? What's his end game here? As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Oh, come now. A man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. It is? I wish... Okay, let's take a look at our court record. I'm guessing that's the recording, right? Because that's where we got Winston Payne's voice. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? Yes, the president wants to thank us personally. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagrasu situation behind him. Isn't... Okay. Because I assumed that was Winston Payne and the chief prosecutor. Is there some other evidence with the two of them? I'm a little confused. Oh crap! What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what? I don't know. Let me save. Oh crap! Where's the options to save? There's no save. I can't save. I am flying without a safety net right now. Let me read a couple comments in the chat while I let this kind of mull over in my brain, see if we can figure it out. Oh, there's a poll. We got a Twitch poll up saying, should Logan take care of himself? Yes, we care about him. Yes, we care about him. Yes, they're all the same. I'm going to vote for one of these other random ones just to take points and percentages away from whichever one wins that vote. Are you guys... Okay, so when you guys say yes, take care of yourself, are you guys saying that you think I should stop the stream and just, like, go to bed? Is that what you want? You want me to end stream and go to bed? Is that what you want? Let me read some more comments in the chat. Quick80 says, in that case, I'll post the name fact now. He doesn't have anything spoilery in his name. King John says, thanks, mate. And there was the pinned messages we read earlier. Vera says, it's Ethan. I forgot about Ethan. Quick80 says, yeah. Nora says, was gonna say. Vera said, his fan translation name was weak, not gonna lie. Quick80 said, yeah, the official is better in this case. King John says, so my name technically contains the Jonathan. Never mind, there's no E. Have an A instead. Jonathan. Nora says, Jonathan, problem solved. Vera says, true. Oak said, oven almost done preheating. Nora said, my sub ends. Quick80 salutes. There was a gifted sub. Nora said, oh my gosh. Doc says, yo. Quick80 says, yeah. Weedle says, wow, nice. Nora said, thank you, Batman. Weedle says, nice, yippee. Nora said, Batman on is such a hero to Gotham and the channel. Vera said, Caveman Robo Core. Nora said, my favorite core. Crap, what was Caveman Robocore? I think it's just Gonta. Over in YouTube, Hidden Hand says, yes, it's quite quiet over here in the YouTube chat. And then it went,
BTW, the poll was paid for.
Oh, somebody probably redeem the poll. I got you, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. And I'm on the edge of my seat to see which one of those things wins. So thank you very much, Vero. And yes, Hidden Hand, it's usually quieter over there on YouTube. I've only in recent weeks, well, I guess it's been a little while now, but it's relatively recent compared to the life of the Twitch channel. Started multi-streaming over on YouTube as well. And so we haven't built up much of a YouTube following. And I feel like sometimes when people pop over there, they realize, oh, the party's over on Twitch and kind of come over here. But we have some people, and there have been at least 3 streams, I think, recently, where the YouTube chat has been just popping. But most of the time, it is pretty quiet over there, Hidden Hand. So you get all the attention to yourself. And the poll is done. And yes, what?
We just want you to do what's best for you. If you need to end stream early, then do it. If you need anything else, then do it. Just take care of yourself. We love you less than 3. Also, this doubles as a hydrate redeem.
Oh, thank you so much for the 10 bits. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. And I appreciate the thought. If it's anything else I need, can you guys get me some chocolate ice cream? Could somebody do that? Could somebody give me chocolate ice cream? Is that allowed? And the poll is done. 85% of you said, yes, we care about him, which I can only assume means that 15% just don't care about me. Nora contributing 1,240 channel points. Oh, wait, on a new pin message saying, yay, poll's done. Logan, do you want a free potato? Let me think for just a little bit longer, Queen Katie. I may take you up on that. We will see. And yeah. Oh, and over on YouTube, Hidden Hand is saying, I know the piece of evidence you need to present. Not telling, though. Thank you for not telling. I appreciate that. Because I don't want it spoon-fed or spoiled. If I need the help, we'll get to that. So, let's review each piece of evidence. What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? And so, what he's saying is the fact that Winston Payne and the chief prosecutor are there. So let's see. Special report about President Dijun Wang. That just says that he's supposed to visit and doesn't have red birthmarks on his forehead. The Steel Samurai balloon started out floating to the right of the lakeside stage, but it has since been popped. And yeah, that doesn't seem to have anything inconsistent. I think it might be with the recording. We're going to come back to that. We do have that bullet trajectory. Extrapolations from bullet trajectory suggest that 2 shots were fired from the left side of the spectator area. I suppose it might be this, and saying, like, why would they not have noticed that someone right behind them fired a gun? Surely they would have seen that person, so that's possible. Oh, and a pin message. Crystal, how you doing? Saying, yes, indeed, we love you less than 3. Yes, no more love than 2.9 is pushing it. You know how, like, in Avengers, they had that whole thing, I love you 3,000 for Tony Stark? For me, I get less than 3. Not nearly as much love for me as for Tony Stark. So yeah, it could be that they were right next to where the shots were fired.
I'm told there was a Jason Todd reference, but I was doing taxes and missed it.
Darn it!
Okay.
We just did a repeat of the bit where they once again said the man in the red hood. Or in this case, it was another man in a red hood. And so I specifically said, I think Magpie is hopefully here this time. I hope so. Jason Todd. And I'm sorry, Magpie. I tried to do a repeat last time, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. So, okay, so it could be that. It could be something on the recording. Could be the fact that they would have been right by where the person fired the shots. Let's check out this, the diagram. The president's security arrangements almost certainly classified. Less cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Rook reposition, light of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort the president to plane in case of emergency. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. We're assuming that's Shelley the Killer, but to be honest, it might be the chief prosecutor they're talking about. We don't know for sure. The gun found in trash can to left side of the spectator area, fitted with a laser sight, 2 bullets spent, used in the attempt. Kay's photographs, 3 photographs taken before, during, and after the shooting. So we're seeing the 2 of them. We're trying to figure out what's inconsistent with them being there. Okay, that should be irrelevant because we can't see back in the crowd. And this person's in the way because we got a close-up of this dude's butt, so we don't necessarily have much to say about whether they're there. And then the raincoat. Okay, let's review the tape one more time. A recording of the president's speech, 2 gunshots can clearly be heard. Honored friends and allies, I'm here to deliver a message. President passionately addressed the assembled crowd as if trying to shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. High-pitched gentleman, I'm going to assume that's Winston Payne. The meeting is scheduled for just after the speech. Correct. Older gentleman, I'm going to assume, is the chief prosecutor. Could be the other way around, though. Yes, the president wants to thank us personally. He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yadagrasu situation behind him. President thrusts his fist into the air as excitement reaches fever pitch. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Bang, bang. That doesn't seem inconsistent.
Booby.
That's not scary, as we learned last time. Boobies are not scary, but thank you very much, Oak, for the 10 bits. Okay. I'm going to guess it is the diagram. And the whole thing is going to be that they were right next to where the gunshots were fired. Why couldn't they have seen the person? Why did they need to bring in Edgeworth? Why was that the whole thing with the chief prosecutor going, we need Edgeworth in here? If Queen Katie wants to give a potato hint, since I cannot save scum this, to help me like figure out if I'm right, I would appreciate that. Just a potato hint. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat while we wait for that. Let's see. Nora said, already read that. Oak says to Nora, smile. Nora said, wait, what? Quick said, technically this testimony is half easy and half hard, in my opinion. Nora said, oh my gosh. Vera said, you got us. Nora said, Oak. Vera said, why did he start singing? Nora said, Oak, thank you so much. Oak says, with my magic. Queen Katie said, I knew what the problem with the testimony, but I can't see where you haven't seen it yet. Oak says, it's very easy to impersonate Batman on. It's just one button. They should change the name from Gift Anonymously to gift Batman anonymously. Nora says, oh my gosh, yes. Oak says, also on lurk. Free potato hint. It's not the plans. Think about the exact circumstances. So, because I know it wasn't, the plans were this. I was thinking it was the diagram. But I gotta think of, oh crap, I wish I had saved right before we had gotten to this screen. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I lose hit points, I guess. But I want to get it right. I got to think about the exact circumstances. According to the photograph, sorry for those who played this before if you're frustrated that I'm not getting it. According to the photograph, the guy is right there with the gun standing right behind Winston Payne. It could be... Okay, it could be the fact, and this is a real stretch here, that we don't see Tabby Lloyd. Because she, when we saw her shouting from the crowd, was on the opposite side. And so how would she have been able to hear Winston Payne and Gaspin Payne? Okay, I'm going to assume that Queen Katie meant that it's not this when she said the plans. So it's logic would dictate that it would not dictate. I think logic would suggest. Well, hang on. Let's take one more look at the gun. Laser sight, 2 bullets spent, used in the attempt. It's probably one of these two things. It's probably then either the photographs. If there's something I missed in the photographs, again, that just shows up close. It could be... No, I don't think there's anything here. I think it's gonna be... If it's not the diagram, then it's gotta be something in the recording, right? Oh, pin message written by Doc. Says, nah, this one is actually weirdly hard. The killer doesn't make this easy. So is it because the way you worded it? I just don't want it to be something stupid like that whole thing with the red birthmark earlier, because that was hard because it was dumb, because I didn't think that the characters could be that stupid. So, you know, let's try it. We're gonna lose hit points, but I don't want you guys to be sitting on the same thing for so long. But what else? What else is there, though? I just want to think about it for a second longer here, okay? I think it's gonna be the tape recorder, but it could be wrong. Also, I just realized we got profiles here. Can we see what Edgeworth thinks about everybody? This will give me a chance to refresh my brain and make sure that I'm right. Dick Gumshoe, homicide detective from the local precinct who's always first on the scene at any murder investigation, age 32. Dijung Wang, the current president of Zhang Fa. An attempt was made on his life and he gave a speech at an event held in his honor. Tabby Lloyd, a journalist who attended the president's speech hoping to snap up a scoop. Kay Faraday. Also, we do see her age, so she is 17 still. Oh, that's right, because it was only like a couple of weeks since the end of the last game. A self-styled great thief and so-called second Yotta Garasu, who's always looking to bag the greatest treasure of all, the truth. An ice cream seller who's currently my prime suspect. He certainly ticks all the right boxes. Okay, I can't think of anything else. If it's not the diagram, it's the tape. It's got to have something to do with that conversation. Maybe the fact that we don't see Tabby Lloyd there. But that's got to be their conversation. Let's try it. Let's try it.
Take that!
Oh no, was it right? Of course, the tape. It contradicts the photograph. It does? Are you gonna explain how, Miles? Ah, so you have noticed at last. What's he going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. So it is Tabby Lloyd? I mean, granted, she might be like bending over to like fiddle with the thing or just out of sight, or maybe like sitting over here behind Kay's hand. But I'm gonna guess it's Tabby Lloyd. Tabby Lloyd is missing. Because we got everybody else. We got Shelley the Killer, we got Winston Payne, we got Chief Prosecutor, we got the President, we got the 2 bodyguards. Huh? But who? Who? Oh, indeed. But when we first got here, she was on the other side of the crowd, right? Wasn't that where she was like jumping up from, where we saw her initially? Am I remembering wrong? Oh crap, I should have saved again. Tabby Lloyd? I mean, well, okay, in this case, she's the only possibility, right? Because Gumshoe wasn't there yet. President's there, Kay Faraday's there, Shelley DeKiller is there. So...
Take that!
Huh? Ms. Lloyd. Crap, I'm a murderer. How do you figure that? Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Ms. Lloyd's tape. considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there's these two old guys standing right in front of me. I should have caught that earlier. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. But she has it on tape, so she was the one wearing the red hood. So there was another red... But does that mean Shelley the Killer just happened to be there making ice cream? I missed what Edgeworth said. Crap, I hit the button too soon. What did he just say? She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, so he helped us. He's a helpful assassin. Do you still believe you have been hounding the right person? Ha! Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Wow, he hollered. Fixing to put me under the microscope now? Hey. All right, sure, knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Yeah, maybe she was bent over like tying her shoes or something. Miss Lloyd's testimony. Ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Nah, I was running all over roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have taken it while I was in one spot and the tapes from when I was in another. I mean, that is reasonable. They might have had a long whispery conversation. Maybe at that point they were talking about other things. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Wait, unless... Hang on, let me take a look at those photographs again real quick. Except that's when he pumped his fist in the air. And so that's... Oh, okay, because that was at the very end of the conversation, because when we look at the tape, it was... President thrust fist in the air. Although, but it's earlier that this happens. Anyway, I don't know. That's something. I think I might have found something. Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. See, Oak says, brownies in the oven. Yup. I was about to say that's the AJ finale. Vera said, my favorite thing about G1 Season 3 is how prominent Grimlock is. He's a silly guy. You should see the Super 7 Grimlock toy. It's non-transforming, just Grimlock in, like, dinosaur mode. But it's got, like, I think it's got, like, his apron from that one episode. And just fun little things. I think it's got, like, the little brain gizmo from Grimlock's new brain when he birthed the Technobots. Quigator said, I'll be so proud of Logan if he figures this one out, because this is an interesting point to pin down. Oak said, are there any chess puzzles in this case, but like actual chess gameplay? There was chess gameplay in quotes, but it wasn't really chess. Over on YouTube, Hidden Hand is saying, how are you doing today, by the way? I'm doing all right, except my voice has been hashed for the last week. I do need to give it more rest. Said, wait, yeah, I think someone's missing. You're good at this? Was that good? Because my initial guess was wrong. I ended up needing a hint that told me I was wrong without losing hit points. So I don't know if I'm so good at this Hidden Hand. I am not good at games at all. Oh, and Janos just popped in as I was reading that YouTube chat. Said, I'm about to make a meal, but I'm dropping in to say, what's up? Not much, what's the meal? I hope it's some good. Good to see you, Janos. Welcome. It's nice that I just happened to be looking there when you popped in. We'll read some more over on Twitch. Let's see. Quinkity said he's on the right track, but he doesn't know why, lol. Oak said that's just the aesthetics. Quinkity said he's on the right train track, but doesn't know the destination. Doc says it's so funny to me watching this knowing the answer. Doc says, to be fair, I stumbled into the answer on my playthrough. Quinkity said, lol, right answer for the wrong reason. Doc says, hey. Vera said, bluffing to the max. Quinkity said, oh, now he realizes. Doc said, yep, there we go. The penny hath dropped. Nora said, longa. Please don't strain yourself. Please rest if you need to. Bumbo says, ooga booga. How you doing, Bumbo? Good to see you. What's up? How are you doing? Oak says, I won't leave a single brownie. So a fraction of the brownies we got to divide up to everybody? Nora says, I hate math, but math is the language of the gods. Bubba says, I have chips and salsa. Will you share that? Since Oak isn't sharing brownies, Oak says, I'm terrible at math. Bubba says, I know sherbet is vegan, right? I don't know, is it? I assumed it had cream in it. I could be wrong, though. Let's play a little bit more. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it. I love that they just had it say high-pitched voice, because we have heard Winston Payne's objection in other games where it's like, objection! Gabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. I've known her for like 20 minutes. We're best girlfriends for life now. We've been friends long enough. Our cycles have synced up. Mr. Edgeworth, do you know what it's like to have your menstrual cycle sync up with someone? But if she did, that would mean she's our perp. Will y'all quit messing with me as if I could have done a thing like that? Little old me. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. Oh, it does? Oh, I thought it was pretty good. Seems I have no choice to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. By the way, I do have to ask you guys, for those who have played this game, are we close to the end of this case? Because I feel like the tutorial case and most of the other games have taken us about 2 streams on average. We're halfway through a 3rd stream and still in the tutorial case. Ms. Lloyd's testimony. Ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Oh, pin message, Doc says, not close at all. See, hidden hand, that's why I am not good at this game. But I do appreciate your kind words. Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position. Well, see, that is, oh yeah! Ambiance. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the, or is it ambiance? Ambiance. Ambiance. Can't put that electric atmosphere down in print if I don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration. Surely all you achieved was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. Y'all question my methods now? I don't do standing still, all right? I got restless leg syndrome. Both my legs. Now, I was running all over the place, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. You were running all over? Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. Why, y'all don't know what all over means? You think I remember exactly where I was and when in a crowd like that? What do y'all want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were to the left or the right of the stage. Left? Yeah, left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side, too. Coincidence? Oh, we didn't add that to the testimony, though. Oh, another pin message, written by Doc, saying, yeah, I was being a bit mean, lol. You're actually fairly close to the end of the first section. But there's lots more of this case to go. Okay, so I didn't know this was divided up into sections. I feel like the other Ace Attorney games, the first case is just a one and done. So thank you very much for the info. Let me read a bit more in the chat here real quick. Oak says, my math teacher in 8th grade taught us the Cold War instead of math. Meanwhile, my history teacher, my American history teacher didn't actually teach us history. So I guess it's like all a circle of life. But he didn't actually teach us math either. He just ignored us until the end of the term, and then he showed us home videos that he had recorded of Japanese game shows from like the 80s or something. Huh?
Oh, Logan buddy, I fear for the time you will play the first case of the Great Ace Attorney.
Oh, is that a long one? Well, okay, but if you're gonna be that long, can we at least agree then that they shouldn't count as tutorial cases? Because then I feel bad if I'm like, oh my gosh, 9 hours in and I'm still doing the tutorial. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. Queen Kitty says, quote I found, sherbet contains dairy while sorbet has no dairy. Okay, so Bumbo is the other way around. Sorbet then is the vegan unless it has meat. Can you have meat sorbet? Doc says, a killer? Shelly the killer? Oak says, I gotta say, my voice is starting to feel better. I do think I just need to warm up. Oak says, and then when we weren't learning about math, they started teaching math in science class. Oak said to Queen Kitty, yeah, sorbet is basically ice cream, but with water instead of milk. Or I guess sometimes it could just be non-dairy milk, question? Crystal says, an ice cream without milk? Pass. That's what I'm saying. Although then you have like Italian, is it gelato? That's a thing, right? Oak said, Logan can say orgy, but not dang, I'll say. Correct. I have very specific words. that my personal moral code prohibits me from saying. Crystal says yes. Vera said yes, orgy mode. Quickly said, I would have said that he went to Rook's wedding, but objected to said wedding. Crystal says orgy. Oak says, thank you, Vero, for saying this. Bubble says, I love how it is never Shelly who expresses, it's always something representing him. The radio, the ice cream. I think so too. It's fun. Let me check YouTube real quick. Let's see. Ari says, hey, Genos, what you making? Geno says, oh, hi, Ari. Making some noodles. I will refrain from calling the noodles what I usually call noodles because you make fun of me every time I call noodles that. Granted, it's kind of a funny name. Ari says, ooh, nice. Hidden Hand says, warning. This message might reveal something. Oh, okay, so I can't read that yet. I don't know if anybody wants to pop into YouTube and tell me when I can read Hidden Hand's warning or Hidden Hand's message, because I do want to read it, but we'll wait a bit till we get there. Let's play a little bit more, and then we'll find out. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tape's from when I was in another.
Hold it!
What?
I'll keep an eye out.
Oh, thank you, Vero! I cracked again. Thank you, Vero. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, I just noticed that the message got retracted. Okay, so I guess I'm not supposed to see it then yet. So I'll read the other few comments on YouTube then. And thank you, Vero, for the 10 bits. And then maybe Hidden Hand, you can like tell me after we get to that point. Ari says, oh, nudes? Yep, that's what it is. Every time we go to like ramen in these games, I say, yeah, have some soggy nudes. And chat's like, ooh, soggy nudes. I'm like, they're already nudes. It's already gross. Hidden Hand says, yeah, wait. Well, thank you, Hidden Hand, for retracting that. Yeah. Ari says, the boys at my school call noodles nudes, and it's quite annoying. I'm sorry. Wait, what school are you in, Ari? Because if you're still in high school, I will feel really bad if I'm as annoying as a high school boy. I hope not, because high school kids are annoying. Vera says, never mind, it was retracted, lol. Yeah, so but I appreciate you checking. And for the 10 bits again, Vera, thank you. Okay. So the fact you're not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Surely is. I caught your pals, the prosecutors, on tape while I was in another part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way, and it all makes perfect sense. Your assertion, then, is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech? Hang on. On the tape, does it say something about how, like, it never leaves her side or something? Recording present speech to... Oh, it doesn't say. Darn it. Your assertion, then, is your picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech. Well, yup. Timing's everything. You'll learn that soon as in this line of work. Okay, in that case, it is going to be the hand pumped up in the air like that. Because I just assumed maybe the 3 pages of the recording were 3 highlights over a long period of time. But it sounds like we're looking at one right after the other. So in that case, yeah, it's the hand pump. I mean, although she could easily say, hey, he pumped his hand up in the air multiple times. He's a gesticulator. He likes to gesticulate. Timing's everything. You learn that soon enough in this line of work. So if I can prove that the 2 things did happen at the same time, her entire defense will come tumbling down. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding.
Hold it!
We'll still press this one because I want to see what they say. Evil eye? Are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness as I glare at you like this? Intimidation? How dare you? Now I'm just suggesting that you lighten up a little. Frown that way for too long and it'll stick. Ain't nothing so bad that a little smile can't make better, wouldn't you say, Ruffles? I'm investigating the shooting of a president, Miss Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help with that. So proclaimed the prosecutor, all while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends. Yeah, you see that? I can lie. People will believe me. That's the power of journalism. Perhaps what I ought to do is to deploy my even eviler evil eye on her next time. That's when I look at her like this and go... Wait, no, don't do an eyebrow. That's not more evil. Yes. I feel like I can't do an evil eye at an angle. Is this an evil eye, chat? I don't know if that looks evil or not. I know it's not intimidating. I've got to be like the least intimidating person ever. I just can't get a read on her. But I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad either. I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying just underneath. Regardless, we must put aside our immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record. I have a question for you guys. Because it has been years since we played Edgeworth Investigations 1. Remember that woman who was the assistant to what's-his-face, the wolf guy, who turned out to be like spy or whatever? Did she get caught? Like, did we actually arrest her? Or did she escape? Is she back? Is this her again? I don't remember her name, but is she maybe impersonating a journalist? Have we should like do a background check. She keeps mentioning her chief. We should check with her chief to see if she's a real person. Regardless, we must put aside our immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record. Oh, pin message from Quick Kitty. Yes, the assistant was caught. She ain't showing up in this game. Okay, thank you. So I don't need to worry about like theorizing crap with that. Thank you. And I have proof that contradicts her testimony. All right, ain't like I was saying still the whole time. Running all over reporter style, big old crowd. Okay, so this is where we're gonna present the picture that shows him. Crap, but do we show the picture with the fist pumping up in the air? Or the recording mentioning the fist pumping up in the air? Hopefully we can present both. Let's save. We are over an hour and a half in the stream, so we should save again anyhow. I think we've only saved once tonight. And then we'll try presenting that piece of evidence. Let's see, and I'm also going to read some more in the chat. Queen Katie said, you know what, I'm checking that out for you, Logan. Thank you, Queen Katie. Vera said, the drama we're making of this. Queen Katie said, checking for concept art. Oh, concept art of different things he holds? Vera salutes. Oak said, oh yeah, Nora finally did Adachi rank 4 social link. Which one was Adachi rank 4? Crap, which one was that? Like, I remember doing all of the Adachi social links. Crystal said, asking for objections. Oak said the one where he showed magic tricks to Nanako. That one, aw. Vera said they were lovers. Queen Katie said, laughing. Vera said, what do you mean connection? Queen Katie said, nope. All I found is OG game concept art. Nothing for this guy. Oh, that's right, because he was already designed. But maybe they had concepts for, I don't know. Crystal says, oof, sorry, Logan. And there was Gallop's raid. So that's how far behind I am. Okay, let's present some evidence that I will read some YouTube in just a second here, but let's try this first. We're gonna show the picture of him pumping his hand in the air. Objection! Hey, we got it, music stopped. Oh, shrugging, shaking my head, no. Ms. Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? Well, you're dang right it is, and I don't lie. Except to say that I don't lie. That's a lie. I do lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. Well, you can't prove that. Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one, in particular, shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording? Why are you asking that? Don't you know I'm asking my own brain, or rather, the player who ratatouilles me from inside. Let's point at his arm in the air. Present! Take that! See here, the president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? Oh, no, I deleted it. Right. Oh. See, oh, look, all the magnetic tape is pulled out. Oh no, I tried, I really did. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? I wouldn't believe you, because I believe in free will. You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. I don't think we ever figured out a name for him, or a voice for him, but he sounds like a lion. So. The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches a fever pitch. There, that's the moment right there. Correct. We have now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is right there for all to see. For Ms. Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. Please tell me there's a reason why Shelly the Killer is here. I don't want it to be a coincidence that he was the ice cream vendor. Let me read some more Twitch and then I'll read some YouTube, okay? Let's see. There was Gallop's raid. Crystal does the shout out. Doc says, Rook and the Killer 100% had some sort of romantic tension. Won't be taking notes. Okay, even that would be a good explanation. That he's an assassin, but he's got a thing with a bodyguard, so that's why he was there, maybe. Oak said, Nora didn't like Adachi for so long, and I think she's finally understanding the hype. Okay, good. Good. Nora said, he's mid? What? You don't like Adachi? Aw. Quickgator says 100%. Oak says he just wanted to cheer Nanako up. Oak said he just works with his friend Dojima, who is mean to him, and he's a little goofy and incompetent. Bubble says, you did not hold up the promise of last AA stream. Kigurumi Redeem is not returned. Is there an issue? Oh, crap. The issue is I forgot. So actually, let me do that right now. Even though I know I said it would take some time, and it will, because I got to find it. Where is it? No, it's not there. Crap, where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I click this, and then da-da-da. And, oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, you see that this little hiccup is what I was trying to avoid last time. Oh, what do you mean, Bumbo? There, it's totally there. It's totally redeemable again. Yeah. I'm sorry, Bumbo, I forgot. Krista says, why are we arguing mayonnaise on or in bread? Mayonnaise isn't in bread. Mayonnaise hasn't done it with its own relatives. Oak says, and he likes hanging out with Nanako because he's awesome and fun. Gallop says, that's from Reverse 1999. Quickgator said, love how the wiki literally calls Miles out on how he missed Shelly to kill his logo on his outfit. Oak said, Nadachi is whimsical. He's just a little guy. Okay, let me read some YouTube chat as well. Let's see. Yeah, Vera was saying never mind is retracted. Ari said 14, so just before high school. Don't worry, you're not as annoying as them. Okay, good. Because, again, high school boys, like that is like the worst thing to be compared to. Is some high school boy. Hidden Hand says, yeah, I just wrote the warning just in case. So I appreciate that. It worked. It did its job. Jeno says, I think we're like halfway through this case, right? We haven't seen some pretty important stuff yet. I still suspect, because like he got shot. They said the president survived being shot and was dragged inside the plane, right? I think we're going to go in there and find that he's died. And that he was injured out here, but somebody then finished him off inside the plane. That's still my guess. I'm probably wrong, but it's what I'm running with. Hidden Hand says, why does Lloyd call Edgeworth chips? Like the Ruffles chips. Yeah, there you go. Jenna says, we caught her. Sheena. Was that the latest name in Edgeworth Investigation? Sheena or Shinra? Sheena? Already said, yeah, Logan's right at the end of the first half of the case. Okay. As long as we get there before the end of the stream tonight. Hidden Hand said, Lloyd, you just called a lie. You just called a lie. Get out. Well, and also it just said, it's like he looks at me with a big old smile. She was demonstrating the lie. Said, this is when the message comes in. Tell me when to type it. Okay. So, well, if it's already there, then I guess you can type it now? Ari said, not gonna lie, I'm considering hacking my 2DS just to play the Layton crossover, because no way in heck I'm paying $200+ for a mid-game. I still want to play it. Part of me wants to, like, I have mentioned to my friend who is the voice of Professor Layton that, like, I do these streams. Because, like, I'd love for him to come on and hang out, but, like, I know that would only benefit me and inconvenience him. But, yeah. Magpie says, Sheena, you're right. Well, it wasn't me. It was Genos who said Sheena. Genos said, but thank you very much for the pinned message there. Magpie and, oh crap, it disappeared. So I don't know if that was Vero or Crystal who pinned it. Let's see. Where to leave off? Genos said, also, well, Ari, you're the same age as me, lol. I'm a year 9, which is considered high school in my school. Ari said that's cool. Yeah, I'm in 8th grade. Birthday was like a week ago. Oh, I remember because we wished you happy birthday. Genos said, really? Happy late birthday. Hidden Hand said the message was, what color is the hood? Okay, so it was red. I'm gonna take another look at her when we see her. Is her hood like, is the inside of the lining red or something, like she turned inside out maybe? Something like that? Jeno says, I'm 15 in March. Ari said, oh, thanks. Happy early birthday. Hidden Hand says, inside the hood. Oh, so maybe it is. Let's take a look. For Ms. Lloyd is, in fact, the person with the red hood. Oh, there's the bear trap. Oh, it is. It is red inside. Look at that. So is that an inside out hood? What? I'm going to have a sip of water. Could you see that in the other sprites? Did I miss that? Wow. Okay. See, oh, and Queen Katie says, wiki quote, "The killer's signature shell design is clearly visible on his ice cream salesman clothing. However, despite the police being aware that it is associated with him, they all fail to recognize it during his face-to-face encounter with Miles Edgeworth, a stark contrast to Edgeworth being able to recognize the design instantly on one of the assassin's calling cards in Farewell, My Turnabout." Whoa, what was that? Bring, bring! Oh, VDA, Phoenix Wright! Thank you so much for the follow. What does VDA stand for, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, new person. Oh, I looked, I have an overlay at the bottom of the chat, and you already said. By the way, VDA means veteran defense attorney, for those wondering. I almost said veterinarian. Oh, that could be a fun spin-off. Veterinarian attorney. Welcome, may I call you VDA for short? Because we do already have someone in the community named Phoenix, spelled differently, not a Phoenix Wright reference. May I call you VDA? I try to let every new person on Twitch know two things. Number one, our schedule. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this and Metaphor Refantasio. However, we have been adding some Saturday streams this month because I had a few off. We just played Mouthwashing the other night, and we may have one coming up this upcoming Saturday. We'll post on Discord about that. In fact, let me give you a link tree that has all of my socials, including a Discord invite link, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. In fact, let me also copy this over to post this in YouTube, in case anybody is interested in that over there. If I can copy it down. Darn it. There we go. I'll do that as well. And the other thing to let you know, I do read every comment in chat. I just sometimes get way behind. I am very behind right now. So it may be a while before I get to any other messages that you've written, but I hope I can call you VDA for short. If you have a problem with that, let me know. I can maybe call you something else. Maybe Nick. I don't know. But warning, whatever I know you as when I first meet you will imprint on me like a baby bird. And I will know you as forever. Oh, and the other thing with the schedule, this upcoming Tuesday, though, is canceled. I have a work thing, so there won't be a stream on Tuesday. The next stream will be Thursday, which will be another Ace Attorney stream. But yeah, there is the link tree over on YouTube as well. And thank you very much for the follow. I hope that means you're enjoying the stream. I assume you're an Ace Attorney fan based on the username. That's how you found us. So I hope I'm doing your favorite series justice then. Also, be warned, one of our mods has claimed Phoenix Wright as a husband. So you two might be married now, just so you know. Let's play a little bit more. What? So you're a shooter, huh? No. I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... This is for hit points? Let's save. I assume we're gonna say the red raincoat because we only saw her wearing a hood then in the photograph, assuming that is her. And so it's not necessarily a raincoat. So let's go ahead and save before we do this, because I'm gonna say it's Shelly the Killer, or John Doe as we're calling him. Are we calling him John Doe because we don't want to spoil that he's Shelly the Killer for those who haven't played the previous games? So let's say it belongs to John Doe. We have already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Ms. Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood. Well, hang on. In the picture, could we see the shoulders of that individual? Oh, we can! And no backpack with a bear trap! That's kind of bullcrap. So there were two people with red hoods all along? Man, I can't do Gumshoe's voice tonight because of my sore throat. I apologize. Indeed, Mr. Doe's lost statement was true. Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Ms. Lloyd. Oh, see, look, it does have a hood and it's red on the inside. Oh, this old thing? Well, hey, the best thing about it, like I said, is that if you get mud on and such on it. It's reversible to turn inside out. I'd forgotten she said that. That was a clue this whole time. Holy crap. It's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and there you go! I'm a bear trap! Just as I thought. The inside of her hood, it's red. Oh, there's a pin message from Crystal. I assume you meant to say shark kitty. Won't say that word. But is that messing up your internet again, Crystal? Are you having to leave because of that? Hope you're okay. Oak said, no way we're an hour into stream. Oh, we're more. I worry that what I'm reading now is from an hour into stream and I'm an hour and 50 into stream. That tells me how far behind I am.
You know me too well.
Wait, so your internet is having a hard time? Is that what you're saying? I hope your internet is okay. Or were you talking about Phoenix Wright being your husband? But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to try and catch up a little bit because I am so far behind. Vera said, but we know what you look like, so you should worry. Quickita said, I bet this encounter is the exact reason why Miles went to get glasses. That's what we talked about last time. I want to headcanon that's how I didn't recognize the logo.
No, it's a typo I did and I was shamed for.
Oh, because you wrote it, because you did the typo. I gotcha, yes. Well, thank you, Crystal, because we do need to. I don't like to think of it as shaming the typos, as much as just having a good laugh about some of the goofiness of the universe with typos. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate that. Bubba said, definitely why he got glasses. Doc says, acquaintance in bed. Crystal says, I just got my new schedule for the second semester. I can only watch stream on Fridays and Sundays from now on. Me sad. No, Crystal, we're gonna miss you. Crystal. Oh, and a pin message. Fun fact, the pipe on Tabby's parka is a subtle reference to Will Power's tracksuit from Turnabout Samurai. And here's a spoiler part I realized I managed to hold off on. Oh yeah, because you said last time you almost told me a spoiler thing. It's also on the bag that held the gun, making the connection to Tabby at some point. I just had noticed the Easter egg on the very first stream and shut my mouth in time before I posted because I knew you were questioning the pipe on the bag. I probably wouldn't have been smart enough to make that connection, but I appreciate you being careful. I appreciate you assumed I'm smarter than I am. We'll read a couple of YouTube comments as well. Ari says, quite a bit easier to see W with the other sprites. Yeah. Hidden Hand said, you missed that the entire time. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes things go right over my head. As we learned from mouthwashing, the fact that chat had to point out some implications, shall we say, to me. Ari said, Phoenix being a veterinarian would be very strange. Well, we could see Missile again. You remember Missile the dog and the parrot? Stuff like that. Jenna says, thank you, lol. Said, and yeah, I'm not sure if Phoenix is cut out to be a vet. Ari said, has Logan played Undertale yet? I'm not submitting that for Saturday form. He needs to experience peak fiction. I have played Undertale. I have not ever successfully beaten the Sans fight. Part of the problem is back when I played it, that was on my old computer, which was a laptop that just had a trackpad. And that sucked for that. I later on tried a little bit once I plugged a controller in. I'm like, wow, this is so much easier. But I never got around to actually beating Sans. But I did the neutral route, pacifist route, and the genocide route up to Sans. And we have played Deltarune chapters 1 and 2. And Toby Fox has hinted that Chapter 3 might be coming out this year. So maybe that. Hidden Hand said, Lloyd, are you perhaps getting nervous? I don't know. I think the subtle hint might be when Lloyd starts sweating profusely. Ari says, oh my gosh, we need Missile back. Well, if you ever play Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, there's a dog named Missile in that as well. So, because it's made by the same creators. So yeah. But yes, Doc was saying acquaintance in bed. Oh, I read that. Vera says scandalous. Nora said, oh no. Quickett said, heck, Shelley even said that Rook might deny knowing him, surely because he objected to it at his wedding for dramatic gay reasons. Oak says, no! Crystal says, I know, I want to be there in all streams. We want you here in all streams too, Crystal. Quickett said, Payne says, arrest the man. Oh, that's why Vera said that man. Oh, Bale said, nope, Toby confirmed 3 and 4. Oh, 3 and 4 are 2025. Please pin this. Was that what because I posted his thing hinting at that. Did I miss him saying that it was 4 as well? I didn't know there were going to be 4 parts. So that'll be fun. I was enjoying Deltarune quite a bit. Let me read a few more comments. Vera says, a rearresting Phoenix. Crystal said, Oak says Crystal hard. Crystal said Phoenix in jail. Wouldn't it be great if there was a chapter where Phoenix, I mean, he's already been like in the past, whatever. I'm not talking about being accused of murder in flashbacks. but modern day, present day Phoenix gets arrested and accused of murder, and we have to play a chapter as Maya. And I would love it if like the computer interface is all like completely different, like curly and written in crayon and sparkly and has stickers and stuff like that. I would love that. Nora says, bully your schedule, make a change. Vera says, won't be funny if the next case we visit Phoenix in jail. Quick said, also, I think we're close to the fun fact I was going to share the first stream. Maybe. We'll see. Close to the fun fact. Nora said, she is definitely a Rizzler, bro. Have you seen her? Oak said, Rise keep trying to rizz up Protag, not realizing he has a boyfriend. Nora said he's not going to rest. Force him to rest. Hang on. One more comment. Nora said, even though Protag is married, she still has W Riz. Okay, let's play a bit more of the game now. Sip of water first, though, because I'm dying. The inside of her hood, it's red. Thank goodness that this game is not Ace Attorney Investigations Godot. That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What are you really up to, huh, pal? Wait, I never even wore it that way around, Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. We're gonna find mud on it, right? And that's gonna confirm. And y'all are gonna confirm that how exactly? It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said, heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. If you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry. So, strange woman I have only just met, I am now asking you in front of witnesses to take off your clothes and show us if the inside of your clothes are wet. Certainly nothing inappropriate about that. Well, wait a second now. I got a big old backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show y'all some other time. You think that's an excuse that weak is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth? I don't want to be arrested for attempted murder. Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me. I never shot the dang president. I could never. I'm just a silly little gal. If that's true, Ms. Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. I want to say that the first gunshot was shooting like from the other position behind the samurai balloon, except the gun that we found did say it had 2 bullets expelled? Whatever the word is. Oh, here we go. The pin message, written by Beowulf, pinned by Vera, said it's 7 chapters? I thought we were almost done with Deltarune. 3 and 4 are releasing together with 5, 6, and 7 releasing together as well, if I remember correctly. Because I think maybe the reason I assumed that it was just one more chapter is because I'd heard some rumor that he was going to wait until he was done with the game before releasing any more. But wow, I did not know that it was so much going on. If that's true, Ms. Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I've never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Hey? Oh? Who said that? Was it that man? I'm gonna guess. Is it Winston? No, Winston Payne has a sound effect. Is the chief prosecutor showing back up?
I think he was going to wait until he was done originally, but then he just didn't. I still haven't played Chapter 2 though. How does it compare to Chapter 1?
Okay, well, so first of all, I guess that does make sense. People are allowed to change their minds. Without giving spoilers for Chapter 2, I think Chapter 2's story is better. It does also have, much like on Undertale, you have like branching routes that you can take. Chapter 2 has that. And so that makes it, I think, a bit more interesting, just kind of intrinsically. The thing about the one downside, and this is just my opinion, is Ralsei is a heck of a lot less adorable in Chapter 2. I'm sorry. Those who thought Ralsei was just a cute little guy in chapter 1, he's less cute. They redesigned Ralsei. So other than that, though, I think chapter 2 is mostly a step up. It once again has like a super boss, kind of like chapter 1 had Jevil. You got one in chapter 2. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is my assessment correct? But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Who said that? Huh? Look around. Look around. Question mark. It's going to be the chief prosecutor, I guess, maybe. Or maybe it's the wolf guy from the first game. Hold your horses. It's a little soon for the end game. That was his voice, right? Oh, no, it's Knight. Oh, and he has to hold his head up because of the neck brace, and that's what makes his head have the shape of a horse. Oh, I love it. I love it. So he should have a horse kind of sounding voice. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. Guess I'd better introduce myself. What's this little hand pin? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna make an early guess and say that hand pin is a symbol of a secret society of bad guys that we're gonna be fighting later on, and he's gonna be the first one of those bad guys. I'm taking a big old swing with that. Cause like, why is he acting bad about this? I still think his tie has gotta be like chessboard for the Knight stuff. Let me read a couple more comments as well as check YouTube's comments. First over on Twitch. Crystal with a little face. Vera said, you're right, Crystal. Nora said, Logan, rest. Also, how dare you, slow mode, so mean. We have to. Whoever did that last time for mouthwashing, thank you again. Crystal says, meow. Doc says, rest, Mr. Robo. Crystal said, me not guilty, me only silly car, meow. Nora said, evil guilty car. Crystal says, nuh-uh. Quick Katie with a smile. Oak said, you mods had better obey the slow mode yourself. You set slow mode, not understanding the feeling of speaking so slow. Understand it yourself. Nora said, yeah. Vera said, fine. I'll have a 30-second timer on the side. Queen Katie said, see, this is what I mean by Pain having a bigger role in this case than the first game. I do hope that he ends up actually being involved in this, and that's why they had to switch from Winston Payne to Gaspin Payne. That'd be neat. And there was where Oak redeemed the poll. Should Logan take care of himself? Mods can choose the options, include one that says, yes, we care about him. Over on YouTube, let's see. Oh, there's like a bunch of comments on YouTube. Crap, I gotta scroll up a little bit on YouTube. Ari said, yeah, Toby said chapters 3 through 5 are supposed to come out this year. Definitely a good time for the fandom. General said, if you need game suggestions, there's a well-made fan Danganronpa game that just released with chapter 1. It's called Project Eden's Garden. Somebody had posted a fan Danganronpa game on Discord. Is that the one it was? I'm gonna write that down in my text file here, just in case it's not. Project Eden's Garden. That sounds vaguely familiar, but it might just be because, like, you know, religious references are in the zeitgeist of human history. So, but thank you very much for the heads up. Hidden Hand says, I'm playing the game you're playing right now on my Nintendo Switch, but I decided to get the demo because I don't want to put money on it for some reason. Still a fun game though. Well, this one's, I mean, Hidden Hand, well, congratulations. Even if you're playing the demo, you're probably going to be able to catch up past and be much farther than I am in this game in no time. As you can see, I play slow. But I like to enjoy the game. Ari said, I could have fallen victim to fandom propaganda, but I'm 99% sure I saw in a video Toby tweeted about 3 to 5 in 2025. So that Godot, the true culprit, wouldn't see her. Jeno said, true. Also big fan of whenever Logan rolls his R's. As Edgeworth, you really? I worry that I do that too much sometimes. Edgeworth is talking. It's like, yes, I'm experiencing unnecessary feelings. So I'm glad you like it. Beowulf on YouTube says, the original plan for Deltarune was to have 5 chapters, then COVID happened, and he released chapter 2 as part of the demo, and you can see that in it that he ended up changing plans to have 7. Oh, and there's a new person on YouTube. Stixer Roblox says, it's my birthday! Okay, Stixer, we gotta sing happy birthday to Stixer. Okay? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Stixer _ Roblox in all caps. Happy birthday to you. Ari says, happy birthday, Stix. Or Stixer. Stixer says, thank you. Ari says, I'm a Ralsei defender no matter what. He's the scrunkliest little scrimbo. Why does everybody call him that? Like, I don't think I'd ever heard that word used so much except for with Ralsei. I think Jorge called him that all the time. And no one can change my mind no matter his design. Jenna says, Lang's my favorite character in the Ace Attorney franchise, not gonna lie. I'm not sure if it counts as spoilers, so I'm gonna say it much about it, but Shi Long Lang is my goat. Queen Kitty said, waiting for a name fact. Vera said, happy birthday to you. Hidden Hand says, happy birthday. Stixer, Vera said, came here to sing. Queen Kitty says, happy birthday. Ari says, happy birthday. Sixer Roblox says, thank y'all. Jenna says, happy birthday. That's sweet of you guys, like popping over to YouTube to wish happy birthday. You guys are like the best, like sweetest, most wholesome community who occasionally have unwholesome games that we play. Actually, a lot of time. This is a game about murder. Vera says, we don't? Arrow pointed up. Are you saying we don't care about him, Vero? Crystal says, no. Vera says, laughing. I jest. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Nora says, typing this is so worth not getting to type for 30 more seconds. Rize has W Riz, even though Protag is married. If he wasn't, the Riz would work. It's pretty slick. That's why her name is literally Reset, pronounced Rizet. Lie, actually, Rizzy Kujikawa W Riz. I'm still a Chie supporter as the wife of protagonist in that game. Quick said, Logan, you want a free potato here? Do pin that if you want, Vero, but I sure hope Logan's smart here, lol. Vera said the poll will obstruct it. Quick says, oof. Nora says, I have 6 channel points left. Quick said, yay, poll's done. Logan, you want free potato? Vera said, TTS sounded so soft saying that. And Oak said, yes, we can get your chocolate ice cream. Yay! Crystal said, yes, indeed. We love you, less than 3. And Oak says, brownie's almost done. Nora said, I really want Logan to feel better. Hopefully by Thursday I will, but a bunch of our lurkers on Twitch have already jumped ship, so let's get back into the game here. I guess I better introduce myself. I don't know if that sounds horsey or vaguely Elvis Presley-y, but I'm trying to do horse. Oi! Gun tricks! Oh yeah, spinning my gun. Whoa, hey. Oh, he looks a bit maniacal, but he's kind of cool. My name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Okay, Bronco, obviously, because like a bucking bronco and things like that. Sorry, that just reminded me of a joke a friend of mine told me about a bucking bronco, but I don't know if it's appropriate for stream. So I gotta find out what his original fan translation name was, because I like it. It's horse related. I think Ed would have worked as well, because I always think Mr. Ed, you know. What else do you got? You got like Stallion. You got Mustang, something like that. Maybe other horse-related stuff. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard and second in command of his security detail. Eek! Yeah, point that thing somewhere else, someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry. Oh, and his finger's even on the trigger, too. That is not good gun safety. Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? Oh, that's right, because in Japan, I think only law enforcement have guns. So we've now learned that Japanifornia, where these games take place, do not have the Second Amendment. Let me have a sip of water, hang on. I also see there's a pinned message. This has got to be a name fact, right? Yep, written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera, said Knight's Japanese name is Menosuke Naito. I hope I'm saying that right. Naito is the Japanese romanization of the English word knight. There we go. While his given name contains the kanji for horse, both meanings refer to his love of chess, in particular the knight piece. He often compares himself to a knight in the game of chess, defending his king. Okay, so he's into chess. I dig it. Thank you very much, Queen Katie, for the trivia there. Oh, and another one just appeared. Said both his given name and surname for the official English game are references to the meaning of the original Japanese name. Bronco as a term refers to a wild or partly tamed horses, which also alludes to arrogant personality and unsafe gun habits. Knight is taken straight from Naito. And just the knight. I like it. Yeah, Naito. Yeah. His English name in the unofficial fan translation, okay, so now we'll be able to see which we prefer, is Horace Knightley. Oh my gosh, I love that. I don't know why. Oh, but that is good. Horace. I didn't even think of that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm delighted. I shouldn't be, because that's a little bit too on the nose. But that's kind of nice. And I like Knightley instead of just Knight. Horace Knightley. Both his given name and surnames are references to the meaning of the original Japanese name. Horace is a play on horse, which the knight piece resembles, and Knightley is a play on nice. Horace Knightley. Is there a mod that we can download that'll change his name to Horace Knightley? I like that. Okay, so we're 1 for 1 on each side with the official translation and the fan translation. Wait, no, except what was Tabby Lloyd's fan translation? Yeah, I didn't like hers. So it's 2 to 1, I think, for the official. But that was good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? His old girl's on loan from Zhang Fa, temporary issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. Is the bad that the president died in the plane? I'm indifferent. Ask my husband, Phoenix Wright. That's what he says. Whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up first move advantage just like that? Whatever. Your loss. Guess I'll push the first pawn then. Oh, he is doing chess now. Is he playing mind chess? He's doing brain chess. He's like, tapping. Tapping these pieces. Oh, I just love rubbing the little knobs of their heads. So you play a little chess, I take it. Oh, fellow fan, are you, Mr. Red Suit? The name's Edgeworth. As you could say, I dabble. Once again, ask Phoenix Wright. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. So it is just an attempted murder then? I'm sad that nobody died. I gotta read some more in the chat though. Quickity says, praying for a smart Logan. It's not gonna happen. Oak says, I'm gonna be evil and eat them without arresting them first. What, are you talking about the brownies? Vera said, laughing. Oak said, okay, fine, I'll let them rest. Magpie says, lol, I appreciate you, Logan. Thank you. I appreciate you, Magpie. Bumble said, did I see it? Crystal said, I think I see it. Crystal said, not sure, but I think I know. Crystal says, booty. Vera says, Betty. Oak says, my cheers feel so empty with no boo, but I'm trying to save Logan's voice, and I appreciate it, Oak. And Oak says, booby. Quick said, free potato hit, it's not the plans. I think that's, think about the exact circumstances. Nora said, lurk dishes. Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy doing the dishes? Quick said, also not the diagram, lol. Doc says, nah, this one is actually weirdly hard to kill her, doesn't make it easy. Quick said, bingo, bingo, Logan. Oak said, this game feels harder than Spirit of Justice, especially for the tutorial case. At least it's not like, which one was it? Was it Dual Destinies that felt like it really spoon-fed us a lot of the stuff? I'm glad that there's a challenge. I still think the red dot on the forehead thing was bullcrap, though. Oak said, order that. Doc says, that's our streamer. Quick said, heck yeah, Logan. Vera says, no shot. Crystal says, right, it already blowing my brains out like in Snatchers, featuring Logan Big Magic Daddy Patrick Robo as a single loser professor. Watch it, peeps. Is that still on Amazon Prime? It used to be on HBO Max, but then switched to Amazon. Nora said, can I do split screen on my PC? Is that possible? Oak said, yeah. Quick said, it is a tape. Yep, you're smart, Logan. Good job, sir. Yay. Nora said, can you tell me now, either here or DMs? One more comment. Oak said, just drag one window to the side of the screen and another to the other side. It should snap automatically. Sorry, I forgot slow mode. Let me check out YouTube. And once again, a bunch of comments. Let's see. Yeah, because I saw Stixer saying thank you. Jano saying happy birthday. Hidden Hand said, Logan, do you for no reason want a potato pizza? It sounds dumb, lol. And then some emotes, potato pizza. I remember one time I went to, I may have mentioned this on stream years ago, a pizza buffet. And they had like weird pizzas, and some of them were kind of fun. One of them was like a peanut butter and jelly pizza, where I think instead of the marinara sauce, it was like jelly. And then I think it still had cheese, but then had like peanuts on top of it. Kind of weird, but also kind of fun. I would take some potato on a pizza just to try it. Ari said, those gun tricks sure are impressive. That's one thing I like about this guy. Jenna says, Horace Knightley, ha ha ha. When I first saw his name in my playthrough, I laughed a little, not gonna lie. Ari says, was his first name seriously Horace? Jenna says, Horace is just a funny name. Yeah, no kidding. Ari says, dang. Jenna says, I tried to dislike names that are really on the nose, but this one gave me a laugh. Hidden Hand says, E. Jenna says, oh, who's the name you prefer in the official version? I do still prefer, it was Bastion Rook, although I like that the unofficial gave the E on the end, but I like Bastion over Ethan. And Tabby Lloyd is a bit much, but her fan translation name I think was just a little weak, was all. So neither are great, but I think the tie goes to the official translation on that one. All right, says, yes, KE6 is my next move. Hidden Hand says, I mean, knight is a chess piece. Knight is the most powerful piece, maybe. It's one of the most powerful starters. I still think the queen can mop it up. But because of that, here's the thing. The queen is powerful, but we only got one. And so whenever I play chess, I avoid using the queen at all costs because I'm a potion hoarder. And so in chess, I'm a queen hoarder. And usually I never end up getting all that use out of her power. Oh, there we go. Doc says Tabby Lloyd is a lot and Nicole Swift isn't enough. Yes, because Nicole Swift, you don't even see a pun there, really. You have to like, wait, really? You have to dig too deep for it. And so Tabby Lloyd, it's on the nose, but at least you can recognize it, you know, if that makes sense. All right, let's play a little bit more here. The president's okay. He didn't suffer so much as a scratch. Oddly enough, the hoarse voice seems the hardest to do with my sore throat. He didn't? That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here, that means there is no longer a murder charge on the table. I assume attempted murder is not illegal. That is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, because I'd never. Now for the bad news. Oh, did somebody else die instead? Did Bastion Rook die? The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna be Bastion Rook is gonna be the victim. One of us did anyhow, our boss. Oh. So it's not going to be either of them? Oh, well, by the way, this makes me wonder, do the two bald guys with the goatees we saw at the beginning, are they just pawns then? So is his boss going to be like something king, maybe? Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Oh, okay, so Mr. Rook is his boss? I thought they were like on equal footing. Yeah, it's game over for him. That's sad. That's sad. Bastion Rook is dead. No way! Rook is dead. A genuine loss. Single tear running down the ice cream cone, indicating that they did have a romantic affair. So you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms. I get, you know what though? I think it's appropriate that the Rook is the one who died. I bet that's a chess reference because, of course, the king and the rook can castle in order to get the king out of danger. I mean, not always. Sometimes it's just for funsies, whatever. But they can castle. And so, of course, the rook would be the one to sacrifice for the king, right? Oh, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'll shut your mouth if I were you. He pulls a gun right on her. Murderer. Also, what's his hand? I just noticed in the back is doing something there. Sure, we did what we had to do, sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. I should have known earlier when I was saying the boss, the king. No, of course the president's the king, I'm dumb. But to lose someone like him during a castling, there we go, castling! It's a real shame. Does that mean, okay. At some point during this game, because I assume chess is going to be an ongoing theme then. Some other chapter, we're gonna meet a bishop, and we're gonna meet a queen, and all that stuff. And of course, Edgeworth's whole thing is mind chess. The name is Prosecutor's Gambit. I'm calling it now. At some point in this game, there is going to be a capturing en passant reference. If not, I am going to be sorely disappointed. But, what's that? What's that? Oh, Gallop just gifted a sub! To whom? To Logan, wait, it doesn't say. Oh, to Image 4248? I'm not sure who that is. That might be a lurker, actually. But thank you very much if you're lurking. You just got gifted a sub. You're immune to pre-roll ads, and if you join our Discord, you can access the Hey Hey channel. I need a sip of water. Hang on. Thank you so much, Gallop, for gifting that sub. That is so nice of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. And notice Gallop just takes responsibility. Doesn't pretend to be Batman Oak, just saying. There's a pinned message also, written by Doc, pinned by Vero. Hello.
In chess, each piece has an official ranking of points roughly describing its value. A pawn is 1 point, a knight is 3, a bishop is 3, but some grandmasters say it is more like 3.5, a rook is 5, and the queen is 9. 2 rooks is better than a queen.
Two rooks is better than a queen. That makes sense because it's easier to like checkmate a king with 2 rooks than just 1 queen. And the bishop is typically better than the knight at higher levels because it covers much more of the board. Okay, so that's why rook is his boss, because of the ranking there. I like that, and thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I do think it's interesting that when you get to the end of the board and you can promote a pawn, like the only two choices that you really ever want to take are either a queen or a knight. Like, there's no reason to take a bishop or a rook. And so even though a knight is ranked so much lower, he's the only one of those other pieces that can do things that the queen can't do. So, okay. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And there's a pin message. Doc says, hey, maybe it is good. Maybe it is good? Think your voice was a little hoarse? There you go. High five for that pun, Doc. You are fulfilling your duties as Cookster Jr. I appreciate that. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Veer said, he even got the reason right. Doc says, yeah. Veer said, never doubt yourself, Logan. But it's all I do. It's all I do. What do I do if I don't doubt myself? Quickity said, all hail Sir Logan. Quickity said, or Crystal says, yipper. Doc says, a winner is you, Mr. Robo. Quickity said, also chat, I have a fun fact in a little bit once Logan points Tabby. Wait, no, never mind, not yet, lol. Magpie says, Crystal, I love that emote so much. Oh, it's the little cat one where it's like, Nora says, unlurk Tabby, I love you. Oh, I got bad news, Nora. Tabby did a bad thing. Quickity said, also Betty with a heart. Crystal says, you love me, whoa. Magpie says, yeah, spooky kitty emote, hee hee. Nora says, it no work. Oak says, I don't know, man. Nora said, help what? And Quickity says, add quote, I've known her for like 20 minutes. We are best girlfriends for life now. Thank you for cutting off that quote before talking about menstrual cycles. Let me read a couple more comments and we'll also read YouTube chat. Let's see. Oak says, okay, well, I did not cook the brownies enough, so I rested them for no reason and putting them back in the oven. Bobo says, no. Doc says, not even close at all. Quickity says, so Logan, my guide has 2 parts to this case, and you're about to end part 1 extremely soon. Doc says, yeah, I was being a bit mean, lol. You're actually fairly close to the end of the first section, but there's lots more of the case to go. Vera said, mwehehe, I love being mean to Logan. Quickity says, that's the thing about actual sequels or for off-main games. The players know you've dealt with the first Miles game, so it's dropping you in some good stuff right off the bat. Wait, did I say players? I meant devs. The devs know you've dealt with the first Miles game, huh?
Knights are very powerful for basically every skill level besides Grandmasters. And technically there are very niche purposes to promote to a bishop or rook, but only really to avoid stalemate. They are very niche. Even knight promotions are very niche, but still interesting. 3.
So I guess it makes sense to avoid a stalemate? You'd want to promote to a bishop? I'm trying to think in a situation where that would be helpful, but not helpful to be a queen. Is there some move a bishop can do that's like an obscure thing that I don't know about? But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. I'm going to need to look that up. Let's check out the YouTube chat real quick here, because there is a few more comments over there. Ari says, Queen is the most powerful, definitely, but yes, Knight's power is powerful in early game. Hidden Hand said, imagine you play mind chess with the Knight and all he has is just Knights, and the King is just an overpowered Knight with a gun. Have any of you ever played Nightmare Chess? That is like one of my favorite tabletop games to play, but I feel like not enough people know about it. It is phenomenal. It's a deck of cards, and you got to provide your own chessboard. But it's where you play chess, but you also have a hand of cards, and you can like play a card. Some cards replace your move, some cards you play in addition to your move, and it just like changes things. Like there's one thing where like your king can become a warlord, and so now he can move 2 spaces in any direction. Or one of them is like the earthquake card where everything shifts over 1 space and any pieces that were at the edge of the board fall off and are captured. One is where there's a schism and you draw like a 3 square long line and no pieces other than knights can cross over that line. All the other pieces have to go around and stuff like that. It's just, it's really good. I highly recommend it. There's more redacted messages by Ari and Hidden Hand. I don't know if those were spoilers. Ari says, my bad. Sorry about that. Just assumed. Oh, Normie is here. I'm assuming that's why we're doing Normie shout out. Hi, Normie. How you doing? Let's watch the violence in VR of a Normie shout out while I open a new bottle of water. Ooh. I gotta say, these VR combat type games look like so much fun. Makes me wish I had like a VR setup. Ow! Nice! Normie, how you doing? What have you last played? Elden Ring? Nice. VR said, my bad, sorry about that, I just assumed. Hidden Hand says it's fine. Hoodaba.
It's more like promoting to a queen would block your opponent's king from moving anywhere. So you have to promote to a bishop or rook so your opponent has at least 1 legal move so it won't end in a draw.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. But no, that does make sense. That has got to be very situational. I love the little puzzles every now and then I'll see on social media where somebody will post a thing and it's like, it's just those little chess puzzles where it's like, white to mate in 2 moves and what do you do? And sometimes they're just a bit too big brain for me. But I appreciate that. So that does make sense. So thank you very much, Oak, for the 10 bits. And Hidden Hand says over on YouTube, Logan, if you're wondering what's going on in the chat over here, Ari accidentally said the second name of John Doe, but it was fine. The second name is not Shelly the Killer. Is there going to be another name? Oh, that'll be fun. I hope it is just like Shelly the Ice Cream Scooper or whatever it was that Doc said. Jenna said, this game's got a lot of cameos and symbolism, so I'm excited to see your reaction to them. I just want my community, YouTube, my community over here on Twitch has promised me a Penny Nichols cameo. That is all I want. Once that happens, I could probably just stop streaming, like forever there. I'll just like leave it, my stream going 24 hours, frozen on an image of Penny Nichols, and it'll be wonderful. Let's see, and Hidden Hand says, yes, John Doe has a second name. Whoa, Ari said, okay, yeah, he said, the Killer, laughing. Hidden Hand says, yeah. Okay, let's play a little bit more here, then we will read some more in the chat. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king. Why didn't he just say so? I am angry at anything I don't immediately understand. Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah, what? We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And, if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? I am used to always getting my way. This was unexpected. That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least. Well, they're not going to name Edgeworth as a suspect. He hadn't even arrived here yet. I thought you said there were only 2. The National Police Force's Zhang Fa will be handling things from here. Are we going to see our Wolfman again? What? You better be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Hatagarasu case. The president mentioned you. Wondered why your name isn't Kilometers if you've got a British accent. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. Makes sense the chief prosecutor would assign this to one of you. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? I still think the chief prosecutor might have been the murderer. But that was a mistake, a big one. Oh, or actually, no, maybe that's why I said only Miles Edgeworth can handle this, not because he was trying to deflect blame or because he has some skills for it. It's just because he's the only one that has like gotten in the good favors of Zhang Fa. He should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang if you enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. Huh. I mean, Edgeworth doesn't have to do this case. I mean, he could just say like, oh, okay, good luck. I'll go back home and take a nap. I mean, he's not super personally invested in that Rook guy or the president. So, you're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No, no, I never did nothing, no. We can do this the hard way if you like, but Zhang Fa justice is served one way or another. Oh, wait, so does Edgeworth think that maybe she's innocent? Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please. Ms. Lloyd, she was the one in the red hood, there's no denying that. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind the case. Okay, so now there's his personal investment.
I keep mishearing you, so President Wayne instead of Wayne. What's Batman doing here?
Oh, that'd be great. Maybe that's the voice he should have when we get there. We haven't used a Batman voice since Maki in Danganronpa V3. That'll really hash up my voice, though. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. President Wayne, why do we fall down, President Wayne, to get back up? Pin message written by Doc, pinned by Vera, said, Batman on cameo in Ace Attorney investigations. Indeed. Oh, crap, I can see a timestamp coming up. This will tell me just how far behind I am in the chat. Nora said, I'm drawn to the personification of one of Oak's songs right now. Doc says, oh my gosh, the first case of TGAA is so long. Oak says 1:30. I was 1 second off from exactly an hour behind then, because I glanced down, I was 2:30:01. Wow. Queen Kitty said, imagine your first Ace Attorney game being the Great Ace Attorney. Doc said, TGAA is one of the best games in the series, but my gosh, they did not need to drag out that first case. Oak says, to Nora, the song still rings true. I want Chipotle and I do want it now. Vera said, intimidating, but then it's something hard to top off. Doc says, what do you usually call noodles, Mr. Robo? I call them nudes, soggy nudes. Queen Kitty said, yeah, I usually just say redacted or spoilers. Nora said, high school kids are annoying. Thanks, Logan. I was specifying boys, but I'm going to be honest, high school girls. And with no disrespect to high school girls out there. You're in high school. You know what other kids are like in high school. Come on. Bubba says, I love her design. Oak said, brownies done. Nora said, can I have one? Nope. Oak said that no brownies for anybody else. Bubba said, can I has one? Oak said, you can have one to Bumbo. Bumbo gets one. Okay, that's good though. There, Doc says, Sheena. There we go, Vera says, Sheena. Vera said, that's her name, yup. Quigator said, yep, the assistant was caught. She ain't showing up at the game. Bubble says, thanks. Vera says, oh man, the chief is so much worse. Quigator said, note for Logan after he presents the item here. It would have worked either way, the pictures or the tape again, law. Okay, good. Doc says, love a good either or. I do too. It shows the game is being fair. Nora says, hey, Oak, I finished my drawing of I Want Chipotle, and I want it now as a person. Oak says, send. Quigator said, Logan, you pointed the pointer in the president's armpit. How dare you? Magpie says, okay, I'm back. We can Jason Todd again. Yes, I still am a Tim Drake fan myself, but I respect a good Jason Todd fan. And Quigator, don't worry if I poked in his armpit. I don't have a weird thing for armpits. Armpits are gross. Not as gross as feet, but still gross. Quigator said, Logan, we do know his name. It was the first name fact outside of Miles of Gumshoe. Lol, I don't blame you for forgetting. We haven't met that man yet. Quigator said, oh, I forgot to post the previous on Logan clip first thing tonight. What? Ooh?
As a high school girl, God, everyone in high school is annoying. I said I was gay once in class and one of my classmates just said ew. That's kinda Seuss. Does he know that gay people are real?
Maybe he got gay people confused with British people because British people aren't real. And I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of easy. You know, you see a British person. I mean, just saying, or rather not saying, pointing at things. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, and thank you for backing me up. I appreciate that. So yeah, Queen Kitty has a previously on Logan Robo clip tonight. Vera said, y'all, oh my gosh, I called the place I always get breakfast from, and as soon as I finished ordering, the guy on the phone didn't even ask for my address. And it's one of the old places where they have an old landline phone, so it's not like they have a system where they'd possibly know. Well, caller ID does exist for landlines to tell you where, so they might know. I hope, maybe they just recognize your voice. Bubba says, I see, and there's a clip in the chat. We'll check that out in a second, but let's check YouTube really quick, because over there on YouTube, if you're new tube, whenever someone posts a clip over in Twitch, we gotta pop it up on the stream and watch it together. But Ari says, to Killer X Rook is certainly unique, was the redacted message. Hidden Hand said, Knight, look out, Knight, no one asked for you to take over. Lloyd, hey, run, where you had the chance. I heard that will happen, I'm gonna check it in a second. I'm gonna check it, thank you, Bumbo, for the will happen. Hidden Hand said, he won't be able to, you will see soon what I mean. Maybe when you read in the YouTube chat later in the future. I mean, he won't be able to shoot you. Pizza for YouTube and Twitch. It's unlimited pizza party and YouTube. Okay, let's load up this clip from Queen Katie. So I'm guessing this is the previously on the channel clip that Queen Katie said. So this is gonna be something from last stream. Okay, so this was clipped 9 hours ago. So I'm guessing that was when you were watching the VOD, and it's titled Logan meets the killer in parentheses, the killer. Okay, let's watch this clip. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin. This is a stupid one. Bring him over here, detective, carefully. Sounds like he's gonna pick him up or something. Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard Mr. Edgeworth. I wanted to see him look on my face because I was very surprised. Oh, no! It's Shelly the Killer? And he's got a Monokuma ice cream cone. Are you kidding me? I was surprised, but I guess that's great if they do cameos. It does make the universe seem kind of small, though, if you're always running into the same people. Let me save right here for a quick second while I read some more in the chat. I was not expecting him. I was delighted, though. Expecting Larry, maybe. Is better than Larry. Shelly Tequila? And I couldn't remember if it was Tequila or Tequiller. That's why I keep saying it that way. So thank you very much for the clip, Queen Katie. Hang on a second. There we go. And Vera said, do I really get takeout that often? Crystal says, I would say yes. It's a sign. Quickita said, I have a spoiler clip plus a fun fact in a bit too. Vera said, I need to move out of the country. I'm so embarrassed, actually. Move here. Then you can get Transformers easier, Vero. Nora said, Oak sent. Magpie says, Sheena. You're right. Nora said, tell us the country. Doc says, I could never forget Sheena. AAI1, my beloved. What?
What cameos are you expecting will show up in this game?
Oh, good question. Okay, so I hope there's not going to be a Wendy Oldbag cameo. I am done with her. I mean, Will Powers was fun, but he already showed up in 2 games, so I don't know if we really need him again. I do definitely want to see Penny Nichols. I assume the only people we can choose from are from the original trilogy, right? Because this game was done before Dual Destinies, right? So, or was it? I can't remember. How about Mo the Clown? Mo the Clown could show up. That could be fun. Who else? I'm gonna have to think about that. Like, what other random obscure characters I was delighted with in previous games that could show back. Oh, what about what? I wasn't delighted by her, but I suddenly remembered in Rise from the Ashes that there was that one weird lady who was constantly handing out bento boxes to everybody. I actually didn't care for her much. So no, I hope she doesn't show up. I don't want to see her again. I don't dislike her as much as Wendy Oldbag, but no, I don't want her. Who else? I'm gonna have to like go through all the cases in the back of my mind again, because I remember a lot of the culprits, but they're all either in prison and executed by now, and some of the victims. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that. I'm gonna have to think about that. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Let's see. I gotta read a couple more comments in the chat though. Vera says, I wanted to dox myself. If I wanted to dox myself, Nora said, you do. Magpie says, I believe everyone should play Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton, or excuse me, the other way, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. But I also think forcing someone to play past chapter 7 should qualify as torture. How many chapters are in it? Oak says, I know where Vero lives because it's legit in general chat laughing. But it's spoiler tagged, so you can't see it. I should probably go back and delete that, huh? Nora said, what continent? Also Tabby, no murderer. Doc says, Logan Robo, you genius. Crystal says, Vero, come to the Philippines. There are no sharks, /HJ. Quickity said, you could certainly see that in her profile image, I think. Oh, and there's where VDA arrived. VDA, are you still here? You probably already left, but I just got to your comment saying VDA means veteran defense attorney for those wondering. Doc says, oh, hey, I just noticed Tabby has a Go You on her poncho, which is the airline in AAI1. Vera said, but you lose your internet all the time. Crystal says, welcome in. Vera said, that man is in chat. Crystal says, but if it was my cat's fault. Quickity said, I'm actually about to share a fun fact about one part of her parka in a little bit once Logan gets to the part about said parka. Vera said, I'm a big fan. VDA says, I tried just using Phoenix Wright, but it was already taken, so I had to go with this. Oak said, Phoenix Wright becomes a vet. Vera says, shark kitty. Crystal laughing. Vera says, shark. I meant shark. Crystal says, that. Vera says, no. Crystal's laughing. Quickity said, Vero lol. Salute. And VDA says, is mouth washing about washing a bad kid's mouth? That was soap for swearing. Yes. We're just going to say yes to that. Yes. And you cannot confirm otherwise. We probably can, but I'm just going to lie and say yes. Let's play a bit of the game. Oh, by the way, because we are past the 2.5 hour mark now, now's a good point in the stream where Crystal, or anyone, really, I don't know, I shouldn't just single out Crystal. If anyone wants to start keeping an eye out, I can't talk right now, an eye out for raid suggestions for later on tonight, that would be most helpful, most appreciated. But also that means that if Crystal's only going to be here for 2 streams a week at most, we're going to need other people who are going to be able to hunt raid suggestions. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent, you gotta believe me! Can I really let this happen? Is it really how it ends? What if, when she turns her parka inside out, she has a shiny silver badge sewn onto it, and the laser pointers that we saw was ricocheting Also, we shouldn't see a beam like that unless it's like there's fog or haze in the air anyway. But then I guess if there was, we'd see it coming from the other direction. So never mind. The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And criminals are never scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Is that the end of part 1? Oh. Eek! Shout someone from the darkness. I'm gonna assume that was Tabby. Eek! What? Hey! What the? Get your filthy hands off. Oh, I bet it's Shelly to kill it, stopping him. That'd be so cool. Hey! Oh! Because he has like his own moral code. Quiet now, is that really any way to greet me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. It's you. How did you not notice? He has a very unique appearance. I like this music. I'm gonna actually just enjoy this music for a second while I read some more in the chat. Let's see. Nora says to Oak, give me a song, make a drawing inspired for, or anyone else, if I know a song. Vera said yes. Oak says, exhaust. VDA says, what? To Vero. Nora says, pretty much. Oak says, add quote. That was not me. Vera said that would be me. Oak, no. Nora says, Vero, add it. VDA says, you have to find me first. Vera said, I'm not quoting that. And you don't need to, Vero. I give you permission to not add that quote. Oak said, Crystal, you know what to do with the quote. Vera said, I'll do my best, husband. Vera says, Crystal. Crystal says, keep that up. Vera says, as long as you don't quote it. Crystal says, okay, me promise. Nora said, Crystal, quote it. VDA says, Red Hood equals Squid Games. Okay, has anybody been watching the season of Squid Games? Or Squid Game, I guess it's singular. I've got 2 episodes left. And I have thoughts, but I can't discuss it because they're spoilery. But I got 2 more episodes. This season is shorter than previous seasons. But, Magpie says there were 2 Jason Todds. Funny enough, I think this would have been an interesting twist for Arkham Knight. Vera said true. Oak said, Crystal, I will do anything. Magpie, do you remember, what was the whole thing? Wasn't there a crossover? I can't remember what it was called, where he went on like some multi-universal thing with, I believe it was Donna Troy and maybe Roy Harper? I don't remember for sure. And didn't at one point he get, or maybe it was a different story, he like mutated into a monster or something. Am I misremembering? Vera says true. Oak said Crystal, I'll do anything. Nora said exactly what I was thinking. Quicket says spoiler clip incoming as soon as, and soon to be a fun fact too. Magpie says, I'm considering writing 2 different Arkham Knight fan fictions. One of them is about an alternate identity for the Arkham Knight that isn't Jason Todd, but the fake out is that you think it's Jason Todd. See, I would love for the Arkham Knight to be somebody else. In fact, I think they introduced him in the comics, right? And was he somebody else? Or am I, again, mistaken? Crystal says, I'll unpin it as soon as Logan reads it. Me not quoting, I already promised. Nora said, Tabby is not a murderer. And there's Queen Katie. So this is going to be a spoiler clip. So for those on YouTube wondering, this means that I said something that was unintentionally foreshadowing and or predicting, whether right or wrong, 10 days ago. It's titled Parka Reveals. So let's go ahead and pop this up and see what it is. Huh, you mean my jacket? Oh, don't you be worrying your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All I gotta do is switch it around and alakazam, no more dirt. It's not that it's no more, it's the dirt is now on the inside, like smooshing against you. On the outside, perhaps, but you would still have something of a problem with the inside. Is that gonna be like a clue that something else is gonna be like inside out? Yeah, we're ready to get back to the investigation, whatever you are, Sharp. Huh, you mean my jacket? Thank you for letting me know the pin message. I'm muted.
Logan, you are muted.
Yeah, I saw. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Vero and Queen Katie, both of you. Thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. What?
You're muted, not OU.
Oh, one was Vero and one was Oak. Thank you very much, both of you, for the TTSs. Thank you. All I was saying is that I was surprised that I called that out, because the problem is I had forgotten that her parka was even reversible. And I said, that's a problem with having so many days in between streams, is that even if I guess, oh, that might be important later, I'm going to forget about it. So thank you very much for remembering that and for clipping that, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. I'm not muted anymore, right?
Professional streamer, by the way.
Oh, yeah, totally. Professional. Yeah, that's a thing. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. Again, I appreciate it. Let me read a couple more comments in Twitch. I'll check YouTube again in a second. Vera said, shout out this stream. Bumbo says 150, 140. I'm a little bit less than an hour behind now. There was a fun fact that was pinned. Oak said to Crystal, what would I have to have you do to quote it? Magpie says, I thought the pipe was just going to be Herlock Sholmes reference, not going to lie. Vera said, he read it, Crystal. Crystal says, yup. VDA says, why does Kay have a key in her hair? Why don't you have a key in your hair? Checkmate. Chess. Magpie says she is a great thief and thieves need keys. Vera said the key to find out truths and stuff. Quickita said, I assume it was, but it was mainly just a callback considering this was the 10th anniversary game for Ace Attorney. Oh, so is that why they have all the cameos? That's neat. VDA said, you never read my comments, lol? What? I think it's probably because you don't realize how far behind I am. Crap, I hope VDA didn't unfollow me because of that. I'll feel really guilty if that happened. Bumbo said, yeah, he made connections like that before. He'll never forget the Panopticon incident. Yes. Crystal said she became the Frankenstein monster. Nora said Tabby is not the murderer. We all say in unison. Oak says, oh yeah, we apologize for slow mode. We're just trying to save Logan's voice because it hasn't been feeling good the past week or so, but he will catch up eventually to VDA. Bill said, nope, Toby Fox confirmed 3 and 4, 2025. Please pin this. Crystal says, gasp. Vera said he's behind, I'm sure. VDA says, oh. Beowulf salutes. Queen Gator said, wasn't it in the newsletter? There's a newsletter? Bill said, is 7 chapters that was pinned earlier. VDA says, I'm totally okay with that. Okay, good. And Nora said, I have to go to bed. Oh no. Good night, Nora. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. You're probably already gone, but hope you have a good rest of your night. Oak says, yeah, Logan's not very good at things, but we love him anyways. Said, good night, Nora. Thank you for being here. Nora said, love y'all. I don't have my phone at my dad's, so I'll most likely not be online Discord until Wednesday. Nighty night, friends. We'll no stream Tuesday, so that's good. We'll see you after that. Good night, Nora. Let's go ahead and check over on YouTube then. Crap, I gotta scroll back up. Let's see. Hidden Hand says the knight won't be able to shoot Lloyd because something happens, by the way. Oh, this right here. There we go. Jenna says, I can confirm there is a Penny cameo. I would love for her just to like hang out with us the entire rest of the game. But as long as there's a cameo, I just want her to have dialogue. I just want her to say something and not just be like seen in a crowd. That is my minimum threshold for this. Hidden Hand said, by the way, I'm so far away from your point because I'm only at the trash part. I completed the demo already, but I just decided to create a new one. But I also have a question. When they get the purse, why don't they check out the gun first? It's, yeah, yes. It's very obvious. Hidden Hand says, I like the soundtrack. Genos, I feel like the soundtrack for the first one, I like the Lying Coldly song a bit more than any I've heard so far, but maybe there's gonna be like a real good theme coming up soon that I'll love. Geno says, gosh, the soundtrack of the investigation games is my favorite game soundtrack of all time. Hidden Hand said, but still it would be more valuable to check out the gun first and check how many bullets before checking the paper. Exactly. Geno says, I did watch season 2. It's really good. I still got 2 more episodes. I have mixed feelings about season 2. There's some stuff I really like, some stuff I think season 1 did better, but I don't have anybody to talk to about it. And Hidden Hand says, message redacted, says, is it strange? Said in parentheses, if you're wondering about the redacted message, retracted message, it was about fingerprints, but I think I just realized the detective actually checked them. And checked them quickly. Geno says, I'm not sure if you want to know, but yes, we do get to talk to her. Yay! Here's a pinned message written by Queen Katie, pinned by Vera. By the way, I just thought of something with Shelly's cameo, depending on the timeline. Do you think he's either still hunting On Guard down, or is he, dead? I think On Guard is dead. I think he's dead. Just, yeah, that's me personally. But if anybody else has reasons to believe otherwise, I would love to hear them. Let me read 1 or 2 more Twitch comments and we'll get back into this game. Vera said, take it easy, you'll be missed. Magpie says, good night, Nora. Quick 158.18. I'm 50 minutes behind. Doc says, but officer, I'm just a blorbo. Nora said, Tabby Lloyd is not the murderer. Chad, she's just a silly gal. Quick said, yeah, 7 chapters, like these 7 souls logo. Oh! Doc says, ooh, this is the moment. Vera said, lurk, gonna get my food. Doc says, yeah, horse guy. Oak's laughing. Queequeg said, yeah, wait, so was it almost an hour ago, over 45 minutes ago this guy showed up? Wait, what?
Hey Shelly. You are holding your knife the wrong way. This is not how you make a threat.
He is! Well, he's not threatening to cut his throat. He's just threatening to just give him a little thwap. Just a little bump. A little bop. I didn't even notice that. I wonder why that is. Do you think maybe they thought it'd be too scary for kids playing this game if the knife was like literally at his throat or something? But I did not notice that. Thank you, Oak, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Queequeg said, well, yeah, Logan the man said, hold your horses. It's the horse guy. I should have guessed, but I was wrong. Nora said, oh my gosh, Logan. Bubba says, was away for a minute. What I missed? Queequeg said, we're about to get a name fact. Magpie says, I love this fan translated. Doc says, I'm pretty sure the best sprite animation ever is right about to happen. Is that the gun spinning one? Did the cowboy guy in Rise from the Ashes spin his gun too?
Shelly to cream. He is gonna shave his beard.
Oh, he's gonna be just a little barber. Just a little, yeah, just like with a straight. But the problem is that is not a straight edge. You use a straight edge for shaving. That would cut up a guy's face. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Let's see. Crystal says, I will chat and chat without slowing down. Oak says, bourgeoisie swine. Vera with the unlurk said, oh my gosh, it's my baby girl. Oak said, happy birthday to you, but it's slow mode. Crystal says, happy birthday. Doc says, happy birthday. Haha, baby girl. More like, baby girl. Crystal said, Chie, me love. Bubba says, is Tomcat just out of stock? It has a long cooldown now, because people were overusing it. Vera says, Bronco? Doc says, yeah, gun tricks. Vera says, Bronco? Really? Bubba says, fan name was Horace Knightley. Magpie says, someone really went, can we hand animate all of Revolver Ocelot's gun spinning and didn't wait for an answer? Oak says, I think I forgot I think my favorite romance, I don't know why I said forgot. I think my favorite romance options in every game is Aigis/Yuko, Chie, and Takemi. Oh, romance options for protagonists. I thought you were pairing people up like pairing Aigis with Yuko. Yuko was top 3. She was top 3. Doc says, unfortunately, the official devs were never going to beat Horace Knightley. And the problem is they could never use it because then there'd be like rights issues. I still like Horace Knightley. Let's play a little bit more. Why, it's you. So you do remember. Hey, what do you think you're doing, pal? That's not how you make ice cream. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm starting to think he's not really an ice cream vendor at all. Put the knife down and give it up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you really, Mr. Doe? Is he... Okay. Somebody said a second name. Was it Ari? Is he going to actually admit that he's Shelly the Killer, or is he going to give, like, a different pseudonym? Let's just say, I am no simple ice cream seller. That was a lie earlier. I know, so convincing, right? Guy's a pro, a hitman, his name. He's not gonna, like, slit his throat to shut him up, right? They wouldn't show that in one of these games. Shelly the Killer. Miles Edgeworth, please recognize that name. Please react. Tequila? There we go. There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed, huh?
Also, Shelly, you are holding the knife to the throat of the one guy whose throat is covered.
That is another good point. Where should he hold it instead? On his thigh by his carotid artery? Is that in the thigh? I think, maybe, mayhaps. He implied that the neck injury is because of a previous altercation. I'm going to headcanon until the game says otherwise that his arm injury was by Horace Knightley. I don't want to call him Bronco. And so that'd be kind of fun if they like are always going at each other. And Horace Knightley is just jealous because he was in love with Bastion Rook. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. And I gotta say, it's nice not having booze to be scary at the end of all these TTS messages. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. Oh, that's it? Okay. Well, I guess you don't want to spoil the earlier games. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. At least he's got manners. I gotta read some more in the chat because I'm still like 45 minutes behind. Quick said, I think it did good with slow mode. Vera said, Horace Knightley, my goat. No, he's not your goat. He's your horse. Oak said, Horse was so much better. I love the name pun. Quickita says, lol, I wish. Magpie says, I would love a mod that changes all the names to Fanlation names, though. Though, yeah, Tabby Lloyd is pretty good, lol. Quickita said, Nicole Swift was Tabby. Oak says, bro, the gun spinning animation is giving me flashbacks to the 30-frame handgun animation I did a while ago. Bubba said, he's also playing Logic Chess. Do you think they're both doing it in their minds then? I like that. Oh! Why did that surprise me so much? I think my guard was down, but thank you very much for the chairman there, Vero. I appreciate it. Doc says, never say never. Beowulf says, add quote, I'm sad that nobody died. Quickita says, I'm sad that nobody died. Famous last words. Vero adds the quote. Bubble says, I don't know why my hand really hurts. It gets so much worse if I put a pressure on it. Did you like hit it on anything? Is it broken? I don't know what happened. I am reading chat. And I will also check YouTube in a minute, but I'm trying to catch up. Because we're like 5 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, and I'm still so far behind. Oak says, I just forwarded the animation in the artwork channel again. Queen Katie said, I'm gonna go nab some water. Queen Katie with the hydrate command. Thank you very much, Queen Katie. I will do that right now. There we go. Let's see. Beowulf says, Pizza Pie Cafe. No, the place I went to, it was a, I don't know if it's still there. This was ages ago. I was in California, and there was a place in Camarillo. And honestly, I hate to say it, it might be gone now because I believe Camarillo was one of the areas that might be affected by those wildfires. But yeah, or it might just be gone in general, might have gone out of business. It was kind of a weird niche place. Oak said, how's it over 2 hours into the game? Magpie says, potato on pizza, just carbs on carbs. May as well add rice too. Good idea. Let's do it. And then just drizzle honey all over the whole thing. Doc says, Tabby Lloyd is a lot, Nicole Swift isn't enough. I agree. Quick said also, we're officially done with the name facts for case 1, besides Shelly, lol. Oh, in fact, look, there is, speaking of what, I didn't notice there was a pinned message. This is written by Queen Katie as Shelly to kill a name fact, says, Shelly's Japanese name is Sazemon Kuroshia. Hope I'm saying that right. Sazemon comes from saze, which means turban shell. Like his surname, it's composed of purely phonetic components and contains the characters for left as well as right, hence the split face. The latter having no pronunciation. Shelley also references this. And plus Shelley has got a shell on his thing. Kuroshia comes from Kuroshi-ya, which means assassin. Oops, accidentally clicked out of that. Additionally, since it's spelled phonetically, the characters constituting his surname roughly translate to Death House of Tigers and Wolves. The Killer is also a reference to this. Imagine if his name was Shelly Death House of Tigers and Wolves. That would have been amazing. The name seems to follow the trend of Hyakana, the 100 official names, an old-fashioned obsolete naming trend in Japan. His name, Sazemon, which uses the kanji, whatever that is, I don't know how to pronounce it, I guess it's Sazemon, which are similar to Simon, a hereditary line of names that were used post Suryo period Japan. This is probably further reference that the Killer is part of an old line of assassins. He should have gone with the death room of tigers and wolves or whatever. Thank you very much for the fun facts, Queen Katie. Those were awesome. Again, a few more Twitch comments than YouTube comments. I promise YouTube, I love you all as well. I will read those comments. Queen Katie said also, or read that. Doc says, hey, maybe it is good to think your voice was a little hoarse. Vera said amazing. Bumbo said get some ice for it. Hope that'll help it. I hope so too, Bumbo. Let us know. Please take care of yourself. Doc says Bastian Rook. Queen said, I was originally going to share Rook's name fact here where the victim revealed happened, but we ended up doing it earlier. Wait, no, that means Shelly's ex-lover is dead. Oh, no! Doc says the rest of the case is a flashback to the Rook and the Killer's gay adventures. Magpie says, I hate playing chess, but I do love when stuff references chess. When stuff referencing chess also references castling. I love playing chess. I don't know if I'm good at it. Who was here when we did that co-stream with Coach Wilson, and it was a bunch of mini games, and one of them was we played chess. And I came this close to winning. I had him on the ropes. I was going to checkmate him. And I timed out because I was too yappy in the stream. Huh?
Logan telling other people to take care of themselves while proceeding to not take care of himself.
Well, okay, to be fair, that's because I care about other people more than myself. I am filled to the brim with self-loathing. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Oh, and a poll just appeared. Logan lies. He doesn't love you, Twitch chat. What? You lie. You might be right. I should unfollow. Moving to YouTube chat. You just hit the 3. Oh crap. Okay, when I read that, I glanced down. It was exactly 3 hours. That was some timing magic on your part. Whichever one of you guys, whether it's Vero or Crystal, did that. Let me read the YouTube chat, since apparently Twitch chat thinks I don't love them enough. Let's see. Jeno says, I do agree that there are some aspects of season 1 they did better, but season 2 is pretty enjoyable for me still. Generally, though, there are a lot of decisions I felt could have been made better in the show overall. Hidden Hand said, Logan, here's a potato. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Hidden Hand says, wait, the killer is an assassin and only has a knife? That means he cannot be the killer because the weapon was a gun. Maybe. Do you approve of this message? Maybe that gun shoots, or excuse me, maybe that knife shoots bullets, like out of the handle. Like pew 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 pew, like yeah, there's a blade and then pew pew pew. You never know, could be some James Bond stuff. Jeno said, well, the killer could just open his coat and pull out an AK-47. Hidden Hand says, maybe the knight can just suddenly grab his hand and then do a surprise attack or something, I don't know. Would it be great if the next like 5 hours of the game is just a very intricately choreographed fight scene between the two of these guys? Hidden Hand said, he doesn't actually do that, by the way. Jeno says, also the knife the killer's holding is backwards. Some more of you guys noticed that before I did. Hidden Hand said, the YouTube chat is doing an investigation right now. Like, literally. An investigation to Prosecutor's Gambit. Doc says, yo. Gallop says, nerd. Thank you again, Gallop, for gifting that sub earlier. Oak says, Gallop takes responsibility. Magpie says, one of my class assignments in the game design class was chess with points, where you get other kinds of pieces and a certain amount of points when you have to draft your pieces with the points. So the whole idea was you have to make pieces worth the correct amount of points. What if there was a version of chess where every piece has a point value, and the whole thing is you try to collect as many points as possible, and the game ends at checkmate? But whoever does a checkmate doesn't necessarily win. No, because then why would you do a checkmate unless but people would probably be trying to force themselves into a stalemate when they're ahead or something like that. I feel like there's a kernel of an idea there. Gallop says, no comment. Doc says, I like to think of myself as a squire. Crystal says, quote, I will skip the quote because we don't have time. Sorry. Quiggita said, oh gosh, Crystal, no, the quote's so good. Wait, what was the quote then? Oh, I think we left off just before we pressed her hard. Sorry, I did read it after all. Quiggita said, by the way, Logan, I did share the president's name fact in the first stream, but do let me know if you want to repeat later in the stream or next one. It was so long ago. I think I might need to repeat next stream because I've already forgotten it. I think it had something to do with lions. Oh, and I should unfollow won the poll with 64%. Crystal contributed 220 channel points. Crystal, don't unfollow. We love you, Crystal. Normie said, hey, Logan, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, Normie. My voice isn't great, but it's good to see you. How are you? Vera said, Normie, welcome in. Bumbo said, it's so you don't get a stalemate by making moves. No moves that don't put the king in check. Vera said, that was so cool. Quiggita said, that was like an epic clip. Normie said, thank yous. I haven't streamed in months, but I appreciate the shout out. Oak said, I'm a big fan of chess, even though I'm not very good at it. Vera salutes. Gallop says, I know when you move pawn to the side of the board, it turns into a bishop. Wait, the side of the board? What? I did learn chess well, thanks. The basics in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix game. Oh, so that's like wizard chess. Quiggin said, we could be ending the stream with a name fact, chat lol. Doc says, I miss Lang, werewolf man, come back to me. Yeah, but Edgeworth is the main character and everything is about him. Doc says, Batman on cameo in Ace Attorney Investigations. Oak said, Batman on. Vera said, true. Oak says, 2:30. Vera says, 2:30. So I'm 33 minutes behind. I'm catching up. Are you lurkers? I'm getting so close to catching up. I'm only 33 minutes behind in the chat. That is so close. But in the meantime, you're enjoying this music, right? Vera says, yes. Quiggita said, Logan is an hour behind on slow mode. Vera said, we got to step up the slow mode. Bubba said, this is outrageous. Vera said, take it up to with my boss, Logan. Bubba says, you're the one who chooses to do that. Vera says, shrug, take it up with my boss. Doc says, Logan, I didn't know you were based. Am I? I don't know if I've ever been called based. Am I based and, well, what was the other thing? Based and, is it based and red-pilled? I know what red pill means. It means, it's like the whole Matrix thing. But wasn't that the whole thing like based and something? I'm based and Logan pilled. Galp said, sorry, you saying I'm not real. Moonlight says, hi, Logan, hour mark 2:31. How you doing, Moonlight? Just got home from work. Work was nuts. At least the last hour was calmer. Has it slowed down at least now the Christmas season is over? Oak says, you? That's kind of sus, huh?
Oh, let's prolong Logan catching up.
No.
I would like to know why Starscream has the most variants, if that's the right word for it. The Rainmakers, Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Sunstorm? The yellow one.
Okay, well, thank you for the 10 bits. Sunstorm, there's actually 2 different yellow ones, technically. There's Sunstorm and Novastorm. I don't actually like Novastorm. I preferred the idea that both the characters they split them into were both Sunstorm initially. But it's just because that it was such a great mold that they were able to fill out the Decepticon ranks. Because you look at Season 1, they didn't have a lot of Decepticons. So they made a lot of secret generics. There's a bunch more, also. I won't go ahead and name all of them. My buddy Robbie, he was the guy who illustrated that Spotlight Ramjet that you read. He has an idea for a name for a seeker, kind of an OC seeker of his that I really like and would love to see become official one day. But anyway, I should read some more chat. That actually worked far better than it should have. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. I appreciate it. Vera said TTS trying to say hip. Oak with a hydrate command. Thank you very much, Oak. I'm going to hydrate right now. Bumble says pizza. Oak says she did not pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry, TTS girl. Norman says, Logan, I made an OG song today. If you want to listen, I can send it on Discord. You can play it on stream if you want. You pop it on Discord.
I've seen so many jokes on Megatron having mini seekers on his side. Same with the amount of red Autobots for some reason.
I know. I do feel like Decepticons have a lot more generics than Autobots do. But I need to stop talking about this. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Bumbo says, to killer. Oak said, whoa, I make music also. Can you send it on Discord? I want to hear. But also, Vero, like, in addition to Seeker generics, you have Reflector generics, and you have Insecticon clones. Anyway, sorry, back to the chat. Quick said, keep in mind, Logan, this is the 10th anniversary game. I had forgotten that. Vera said, maybe I'll move to the US. Anyone offering to get married so I can stay here? We need to find a spouse for Vero. Vero, what are your requirements in a spouse? Let us know. Give us a list. We will find somebody in the community who lives in the United States to marry you. Vero said, I'm joking, y'all. Aw, please don't marry a random mod on Twitch channel. Aw, Vero. We were going to play Matchmaker. It was going to be fun. Doc says, thinking back on it now, yeah, there's a bunch of cameos. Bale said, I would say sure, but I'm trying to move to Germany, so no. Oak said, Logan is still painfully single. You could marry him. Vera said, but he wants to marry a Goyle. Magpie says, I love Angel Star. She was fun, and she had so many bento options. That's what it was, Angel Star, yeah. No, but the problem was there was an achievement to see all of her bentos, and I thought I exhausted all of her dialogue, but I never got that achievement. And so I resent her for that reason. Normie said, sure thing, I'll send it to Logan. He can play it if he wants. Thank you, Normie. I don't have Discord open on my desktop right now, and I know that if I do, it'll take up so much RAM that the stream will come screeching to a halt and maybe crash. So I can't put it up now, but I will post it in our Discord server so that everyone can still hear it, if that's okay. Oak says, but he married Tanaka, so I think it's negotiable. Vera said, he shall read chat and reply to this. Crystal says, hee hee, shark kitty. Oak said, I do not believe we are already 2.5 hours into the stream. Vera said, I'll never live this down. Crystal says, oh yeah, you guys have to find a raid on your own when me gone. Boba said, 2:40. I am now 27 minutes behind. See, I just made up 6 minutes. I'm doing so well. Quickita said, if anybody is curious on how this game is the 10th anniversary game, the original Ace Attorney came out in 2001 in Japan. This game came out in Japan in 2011. It had been 10 years since the series started at the time. Vera said, I'll try my best to wear my crystal yippee hat. Doc says, I was hoping we'd get to this bit. Vera says, aye. Crystal says, yippee. Oh, there we go. Beowulf has a raid suggestion. Said, if you know Snim, you know it's a good time. Let me go ahead and copy this one over. Thank you very much, Beowulf. I appreciate that. Oh, and Crystal with 3 more raid suggestions. That's the problem with the fact that I've now reached the 2.5 hour mark in the chat, is that now I also gotta do work in addition to to just reading things out loud. Magpie says, what?
Another stalling tactic. Which variant do you think is least used on both teams? I honestly think there aren't a lot of cone heads.
Yeah, actually there are a lot. There are a few more cone heads than you see, but you know what? You're probably right, cone heads. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Cone heads, yes, because I need to get caught up. You're tempting with Transformers stuff. Will not work on me. Also, I got so worried for a second. I accidentally, while clicking things over to get to my text file to copy these raid suggestions over, I accidentally did the thing where you shrink down the window of my browser here my Chrome browser to be able to see the chat. And I was worried when I resized it that it was going to scroll chat without me, but it's still there. So it's okay. I have not been forced to catch up faster than I should have been able to. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate that. Just type that right there. There we go. Those copied over. Magpie says, you have no idea about that arc, but DC... I have no idea about that arc, but DC Comics being what they are, I entirely believe you. Queen Gator said, Logan, you're mute. Bumble says muted. There was the stuff about that. Veer laughing. Doc says mute Robo. Queen Gator said Shelly was griefing, so he had silenced Logan while mourning Rook. Doc said, I enjoyed Rook X to Killer fan fiction that's been building throughout the stream. Veer said, how dare he arrest someone who didn't kill his love for sure. Gotta find the real one to bring justice for Rook. Doc says his last act of love for his betrothed. Vera said, someone write that down. Pinned message. Pinned by Vera, written by Oak, saying the music definitely fits the ends of the stream. Scramble to catch up to chat. I'm trying. Let me check out YouTube for a second. See, I haven't forgotten y'all. I'm checking it. Let's see. Crap, where did I leave off? I wish there was a better way that I could keep track of where I am in the YouTube chat. Let's see. Hidden Hand says, is there ever a poll on YouTube? Just asking. I don't know. I'm still new to the YouTube stuff, to live streaming on YouTube, so I don't know how to do polls on YouTube. Is there a way to do that? I should. I've been meaning to get a bot for YouTube also to give like some automatic commands, like every now and post my link tree or something like that, or mention, hey, also check out Twitch where there's lots of awesome people. Let's see. Hidden Hand said, also, by the way, my brain is trying to claim information about this scene right now. Logan, if you were a witness in this, what would you say? I'm honestly wondering. Like just a witness, just like a bystander? I would distance myself from it as much as possible. Maybe even just try and run away. And then later call the police and say, hey, do you need me to give a statement or something like that? This is too much violence for me. I have, however, witnessed violent crime before and had to like file a report for it and was supposed to go testify in court. But then the assaulter, the person that I witnessed beating this lady up, unfortunately, the trial got canceled or something because the lady got scared of him and she like skipped town. It's a really sad story. But anyway, it's actually a really, really long story too. But yeah, public transit. Sometimes you witness weird stuff. Hidden Hand said, also, by the way, I think this would be the time to actually play the game. You have been on this text for minutes. Here said, Paul, nope, have to look into it.
So this works for stalling and Transformers doesn't?
Yes! Well, Transformers did work, but I'm trying to be on to you. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. And yes, I know Hidden Hand, I should, but here's the thing, the stream was only supposed to be 3 hours, so at this point, it's as much as I want to do. I do need to get closer to catching up a chat, though, before I do any more. But I understand what you're saying, Hidden Hand, and you're absolutely right. I hope that doesn't make you think less of me as a streamer. I'm not good at this. Quick Gator said, by the way, I just thought of something with Shelly's cameo, depending on the timeline. That was pinned earlier. Oak said, Doc, what bird your profile picture? Because we both have Rook and Magpie in our community, so I'm curious. Doc said, Investigations is placed in between Phoenix Wright trilogy and the Apollo Justice trilogy, so seeing all of the, as all of Trials and Tribulations is past, I think Mr. On Guard is, you know. Bumble says, he got him, even if he was on death row, the killer got the last laugh. Doc says, it's meant to be a dodo bird, so new bird just dropped. Vera said, his invisible beard. Oak said, the bird trifecta. Bubble said, also, this is hostage hold. He doesn't want to slice yet. Doc says, Shelly de Barber. Vera said, by the way, I only know the official name of the two characters in this, so if you see me shocked, that's why. Doc says, Shelly de Ice Cream Man. The ice cream is made of people/ref. Oak says, yeah, but you hold knives to people's throats like that, you can cut them easily and quickly in case you're interrupted. There are some name facts. Doc says, hold the knife up to his gun, since the gun is what Horace cherishes most. Do you think he loves that gun the same way that Shelly the Killer loved Rook? Bubba says, to Oak, I think he's the one who did it, and it's kind of just above it. There's the chairman redeemed. What happened? Bubba said, what was the pun? Quinket said, he's not a goat, he's a horse. Vera said, he's not your goat, he's your horse. Quinket said, now we're done with the case one, name facts. I love this, by the way. You being blind to the names is just so fun. It's like Spirited Justice, but better, because it's just the names you're blind to. Vera said, timing worked. There's a 3-hour stamp, so I'm only 13 minutes behind. See, Hidden Hand, it works. 13 minutes behind. I'm getting so close. Krista with a face. Vera said, yep, I'm looking forward to the rest of the game. Bubba said, maybe the knife is also a key. Doc says, gold star. Magpie said, did we just reinvent Quidditch on a board? Oh, kind of, yeah, because it like ends when he catch the... But here's what I disliked about Quidditch. When you catch the snitch, right? I always forget if it's snitch or stitch. When you catch the snitch, it ends the game, but also you get so much points for it that like everything else beforehand kind of doesn't matter, you know? I think it'd be a lot more strategy if that ends the game, but the point value is decreased. So like if you're behind, you don't want it to get caught, you know?
What's with horses being in relationships with weird men or guns these days in LoganRobo's streams?
You know what? Sometimes the universe just conspires to make connections between things. So yes, we had a sexy cartoon horse in love with a spaceman last time, and now we have an angry, injured horseman in love with his gun. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, and I should stop getting distracted. I'm so close to catching up. I'm gonna be able to catch up. I'm totally gonna do it. Let's see, where did I leave off? Crystal says unfollows. Bubba says that's just Quidditch, yes. Doc says, I like how Knight and Killer basically have the same haircut, reversed. Oh yeah, because one goes forward, one goes back. For one second when he said reversed, I thought, wait a second, no, none of them is long on the side and shaved on the top. There should be another one that is like that. And then one goes forward and one goes back, and you have a whole bunch of them. It's like a quadrant thing. Oak said, it's a very effective way of stalling him. Oh, so that's where the transform, so I'm really close. Boba said, using his hyperfixation. Nice. Veer said, meh. Oak said, this music definitely fits the end of the stream. Scramble to catch up. Oh, that's a good point. Magpie says, there's an achievement for it? Oh, rip, I think I heard there's 100 or some obscene number. Moonlight said, nope, hasn't slowed down. That might have something to do with only working on weekends. What? I'm sorry then. Oh, but that's, yeah, because on weekends people have Saturdays off. I'm sorry, Moonlight, but I hope it's going well. Gwigata said, wow, he caught up so quickly. I must have missed Logan's answer to my present question, lol. Maybe I'll reshare next stream anyway? A president question. I said, yeah, go ahead and reshare it next stream, because I don't remember what it was. Probably not time for it now, and it'd be good to have it again. Veer said stalling tactics are working. Beowulf said, even despite how slow mode for the entire stream, he didn't reach the end before 3 hours. Do better, Logan. Doc said, Logan's mad dash to read all the chat is always a sight to see. I'm so close. I'm so close. Oak said, what are you trying to do by stalling him? Veer said for him to never end the stream. Bubba says the slow mode was intensifying. Veer says, oh, wait, what just happened there? Oh, that was TTS. Sorry, Oak said, you could just remove slow mode if you really want to stall him. Vera said, no, I kind of feel bad. Vera said, that was TTS. Oak said, thank you for the very horsey stream, made me smile. Doc said, a very horsey stream. Vera said, dang it, there, 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 17 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Over on YouTube, Janos is saying, isn't there one more character we meet in this case? I'm not sure if the name's the same, though. Hidden Hand, I don't know about that. Maybe? Hidden Hand says, oh, wait, is this the end of the stream? This was fun if it was. Also, I sub over on YouTube. Oh, thank you for the sub on YouTube. We aim for 3 hour long streams, and we're at 3 hours and 16 and 40 right now. So we are over time. So we do need to wrap up now. We've gotten some raid suggestions. Let me glance back over those raid suggestions and see which ones of them are still live right now. Hopefully there's someone here, and we'll pick out someone who has a few number of viewers, and we can just pop over and do a quick raid. Oh, one of them's on BRB right now, so we probably don't want to do that. Speaking of Quidditch, someone's playing a Harry Potter game, so I guess we could do that if you guys really want to have connections upon connections upon connections with everything. So let's go ahead and do raid this person here. For anyone who's lurking, let me give you the rundown of everything. Our schedule, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Actually, yeah, I'm going to wait to do this because, like, more chat might happen here. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays alternate between this and Metaphor Refantasio. So, yeah, we're also adding some Saturday streams. We'll announce on Discord tomorrow what the Saturday is going to be. This upcoming Tuesday, however, is canceled because of a work thing. Did I cover all the things? But there's more comments now. Vera said he caught up before 3:30. Quikata said, thank you for the very killer stream. Vera said, thank you for the very raincoat stream. Magpie says, Magpie says no Harry Potter, please. Okay. Well, if anyone's averse to Harry Potter, we will pick... someone is doing mouth washing. We could do that instead. So we'll do that instead. So let me go ahead and post this here. There we are. Let's see. Vera said, thank you for the very... Oh, I already read that. Crystal says, schedule. Vera says, where's the bot? Is the bot down? Oh, crap. Hang on. Don't leave yet. I need to check and see if the bot is down. Don't leave. This is important because I won't be able to copy our raid message. The bot is down. I don't know how it went down, but I'm going to turn it back on. Test it out now. See if it works. And we'll go ahead and initiate the raid. And here's our raid message. And there's a link tree that Vera just posted. I'm also going to copy that over to post it in YouTube again, just in case anyone is still looking for that. This is a link tree that includes Discord invite, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff there. Feel free to make use of it if you want, or ignore it as you see fit. I'm sorry if there's people over on YouTube like Hidden Hand, if you're wondering, this is the most, like, random, disorganized ending to a stream ever. I'm not good at this. I am not good at this. Crap, where did I leave off? Quick get you saying, see you next time for depending on how your voice by then, even more Batman, or I don't know, something else. Vera says, yeah. Oak said, good night, thank you for the stream. Doc says, thanks, gamers. Crystal says, bye-bye. Vera says, see you guys next time in Metaphor. Krista says, oh, damn it, no metaphor next time because Tuesday's canceled, Vera. Next time is going to be Thursday. It's going to be this again. Krista says, night, night. Doc says, metaphor, yippee. Nope, metaphor's not till Friday. Sorry. Tuesday's canceled. Thursday is Ace Attorney. Friday is metaphor. Hidden Hand said, okay, I'm going to see you later. Wait, what? Oh, wait, Discord. I have that. General says, all good. See you next time. Yes. Thank you all for being here. I think I'm caught up on everything. I love and appreciate you all. I had a lot of fun. My voice does feel better. I think it just needed to warm up. Thank you for all your concern and for like caring about me as a person. Like I do genuinely appreciate that because I care about all you as well. Chris said see y'all Friday. Vera said okay. Oak said it wasn't AA again because canceled. Doc said Ace Attorney yippee. Vera said double AAI 2. Quickie said bye bye. Doc said bye. Enjoy the raid. Bye everybody. Bye. Bye 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 bye. And for those watching the VOD and still over on YouTube, good night as well.